Flakes is actually calling me right now.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Okay, let's do it. Hello?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo,
What's good, man?
Flakes. Holy shit.
What's good, brother?
Dude, you're what's good, bro. What the hell? I'm in a call with
No.
Flakes. Holy shit.
You're making me blush, bro. You're making
Yeah, don't
me
worry.
blush.
I won't. The whole session won't be like that. Don't worry. I'm gonna chill down a little bit.
Yeah.
How have you been, man?
We're chill. Good, man. I was the reason why I wanted to do it earlier anyway, because Fortnite is down anyway, so I don't got shit to do, bro. So I was like, yeah, let's just
Wait,
do this now, bro.
you've devolved into a Fortnite
Yeah, yeah. I'm a degenerate Fortnite sweat nowadays, bro.
player? Oof, that's rough to hear. I'm sure you're playing it very intelligently though. Some strats
I've been getting better. It takes time.
What's the rank? So is there like a Radiant or what's the top rank there?
Yeah, it's Unreal. But the thing with battle royales is that it doesn't really say like how good a player is if they're Unreal, because in battle royales you get rewarded for like surviving and shit. So you could basically, I'm not saying I do that, but like you could just hide and then get points. Do you know this guy called Bushcam Dad?
Yes, I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah. That motherfucker, like, he's like 80 years old. He plays at work and he just like hides in a bush or in a tree to like second place, and he doesn't even fight the 1v1. He just leaves the game and gets like 2% every time, and he just repeats this, and he's Unreal every season. But if you see him fight, like, he does not hit a single bullet. He cannot do shit, but he makes it to the top rank every season.
Dude,
so.
that's hilarious. But that just shows you how like pure the ranking system is in Rocket League compared to Fortnite.
100%. There's no one. I mean, unless you're boosted or like you bought an account, but there's no one that can actually get SSL if you're ass. Like, it's not possible.
With this rank inflation this season, I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Even I'm GC3.
There's always people in ranks that like you will play a solo queue game and you'll be like, well, how the fuck did this guy even make it to like out of the diamond or something? Like, there's always shit like that, but. Well, I mean, people have bad games and stuff as well. It happens.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Holy fuck, I'm still trying to process that I'm gonna call with you, but no, it's insane, man. Like, seriously, I made a post where I pulled off a play that you would pull off on Reddit. It got like 2,000 upvotes because I was literally watching your videos every morning straight for 2 months, and because I was trying to emulate your playstyle in twos at one point. And it was just so funny because all the comments were like, bro, like, you're like a Flakes enjoyer. I'm like, yeah, I am, bro. It's just hilarious.
Love you, man.
Got like 2,000 upvotes.
The community is lovely, bro.
They love you, man.
This?
It was like a month ago. I got like two. It was like on the top page.
That's pretty recent as well. That's pretty recent.
Yeah, they were like every comment. I had like 200 comments. Probably half of them were talking about you. They were like, dude, I wonder where Flakes is at, and like you've reminded me of him.
That's crazy, bro.
It's hilarious.
Right, I think we'll start with the 1v1 replay. I think that's just better, because as I said, like in ones you will have the most interactions like on and off the ball, like, whereas like in threes it's like the opposite side of the spectrum. In threes it's like you'll be doing a whole lot of shit for sure, but there's more downtime. There's more like letting your teammates play and stuff. That's why I said like send in a ones and twos replay, and ones is best, and then twos is like a very good middle ground. That's why a lot of pros play twos as well. Like, it's the most played game mode because it's closer to ones, but it's like more flexible and more chill because it's not ones. Because ones is not like fun to play at like high rank. Like, it's sweaty as fuck. It's frustrating. It's precise. It's annoying to play, but it's good for you. You said you were GC 3 and 2s, right?
Yeah, I'm like GC 3 and 2s, but I'm usually probably higher GC 2. That's probably my actual skill level. And then in ones, I can get the champ 3 usually if I play, but right now I think I'm champ 2 div 4. In this replay, it might have been around there.
Okay, so champ 2, champ 3 ish. Have you is that your peak in ones, like champ 3?
I mean, it's so hard to tell because like I go by percentiles. Like, I don't, because every season, you know, like I was GC 2 and 1s in 2020, but that's when they pushed everyone up, so it's kind of hard to say. I would say, like, according to the distribution, I'm like a top 0.05% ones player. Like, if I play the game mode.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're you were a top 1. one's player.
Yeah, but that's like
crazy. How does that feel?
7 years ago.
How does that feel when you see yourself on the leaderboard? That must be crazy. Number 1.
I mean, at the time, it just like you just get like used to it. Like you just like there was a time where I was number 1 in ones, and then like I think I was like top 10 in twos or something, and then I was number 1 in threes as well. But it's like I have it on my old Snapchat somewhere, like a video of me like 8 years ago, just like recording the fucking leaderboards or something. But at the time, it just like you've done it, so it feels like kind of like normal, or like, yeah, I don't know, you just like life goes on. The next day you'll wake up and you'll just play the game again. So I don't know.
I see.
Feels normal.
And I did lose this game. I sent you both replays I lost.
Are you the dot or are you this guy?
I'm dot. SSG clean D typical setup.
All right. Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Instantly, not a bad kickoff, but I do want to say something about kickoffs that not a lot of people know. So on kickoffs, you kind of have like a couple options. I kind of want to just get a better POV. So the reason why you lose this kickoff, and this is pretty like not, I swear to God, I've not heard anyone talk about this shit, but it's when you're on opposite sides of the ball, so the opponent is gonna hit the ball here, you're gonna hit the ball here somewhere. The person that is more on the outside of the ball, so if you were here flipping towards the left, because like he's gonna be here flipping towards the infield of the ball, towards the middle, and you're gonna be like here flipping towards the middle of the ball. The person who's more on the outside of the ball flipping towards the midfield is gonna win this kickoff. And I swear you're not gonna hear this info anywhere else. No one talks about it, but that's the way it goes. Now you have a couple other options as well. You could be like on the same side. So let's say he's here, you're gonna be more on the infield, flipping towards the same side. So this is an option as well. And then you have the wave dash kickoff, where you kind of just try to block a little bit opposite, but in the middle, and you try to single jump and then use your wave dash to have a faster recovery. Those are your 3 main options, kind of. But you want to pick one of these and try to go for it. So you kind of have to be like guessing, kind of reading where your opponent is going to hit the ball. And if you feel like he's going to hit it on the left, you should go opposite side right and then flip towards the middle, and you should be able to win the ball, win the kickoff. Now, the reason why you don't win it here is because you should have been more towards the right, and I feel like you flip a little bit early. The moment of like the connection is a little bit yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't really, it's not like when I'm going for this kickoff, it's not like I'm really looking at my opponent. But to be fair, your brain subconsciously kind of knew where to go, because like you landed here, and maybe it was lucky, but you kind of knew like, oh, the opponent is there. I'm going for this right side block, flipping towards the middle, so from right to left. But all you had to do was actually like exaggerate the touch on the right ear and flip towards the left a little bit more, because like, I want to go to your POV one more time, but like you do it, but see how you like kind of flip, and your contact, like your touch, like where you really touch the ball wasn't really that cleanly. If you hit like more of the right middle of the ball and then flip towards the left, like this looks really good, but then I think you flip too early or something. But if you really just focus on trying to block from right to left, you would have not let this, like you kind of just touched the ball here and the ball went here. Whereas if you like blocked more here and then flip towards like the left, then you would have had a better block. The ball could have died middle. The ball could have soft went this way. You could have won the kickoff, pushed it that way. But now you just let the ball like kind of beat you like back right. And the only reason why this happens is you didn't block the right side of the ball enough. And again, this looks really good. This looks perfect. I think you just flipped a little bit too early. Like you just side flipped towards the left a little bit too early. That's what it looks like to me. But again, quick summary, you basically have 3 options. Block opposite side of the ball and block it more on the outside than your opponent. You can do you could have done left to right flip here as well. So you would go like this and then flip with your opponent towards the right. That works as well. The ball will pinch like sidewall, or a ball will go mid boost. These are all fine. And then the other one would be to like kind of block middle opposite side of the opponent, so like middle right here, and then just single jump, wave dash, recovery. Those 3 kickoffs are like the main 3 kickoffs you want to play. Yeah, this is just a kickoff goal, and I think it's the reason why I mention all this shit with like the theory and what's happening is because so that when you lose a kickoff goal like this, you don't just go like, ah, fuck it, that's unlucky, we go next. You actually try to like figure out, and you should do this for everything you do. You should try to figure out what went wrong and how can I try to avoid this. So here it's just like the flipping too early, like only covering, like basically if you want to be on the same side as the opponent, you have to flip with him towards like the right side in this situation. And if you're gonna flip on this side of the ball, you can't flip towards the left anymore. And that's kind of where like we touch the ball here and we kind of flip towards the left, and that means we just lose the ball here. So it's good to know like what went wrong and why it went wrong. And if you want to do this flip towards the left, you kind of have to block from right to left. So yeah, that's why I'm saying that it's good to know what went wrong so you can try to avoid it, right?
For sure.
But yeah, kickoff goals happen. We're not robots. We're not AI. Like, you know, you're gonna make mistakes even if you know what to try and what to do. It's all natural. It's all normal. So like, and the thing is, you say I don't know. I don't have time to look at my opponent, but trust me, your opponent has no fucking clue what he's doing either. Like most of the time, these players are gonna have one kickoff only, and that's it. Like no one even knows any theory. No one even knows any information. They just know how to get to the ball fast and how to hit the ball. But if you look at their kickoff a couple times, and even after this one time, he will probably be doing the same exact kickoff. So sometimes the first kickoff you have in a game, you won't really know what's happening. But then after that, if your opponent only has one kickoff he does, you can really take advantage of that. Okay, now this just isn't one of the 3 kickoffs mentioned. It works, though. That's the beauty of Rocket League, is that you can just do some weird shit and it can work.
I think I was trying to. Oh yeah, I do have this kickoff where actually I turn last second and let him boom it to my corner and then just keep momentum.
I actually like that. I mentioned 3 kickoffs, but losing the ball intentionally is like sort of like a hidden 4th. Like there's ways to do it, but like trying to just like the way I do it on diagonal kickoffs where like I'll show it later, but I basically hit one side of the ball and the ball pinches back to my own corner, and that's actually valid if you can do that consistently. Now, if you want to do it though, you kind of have to hit, you kind of have to like skim the edges, because if you just drive into it, the ball will just go over your own car. Like if you just hit the bottom of the car, it will just go over you. But if you hit like the bottom left, it will go over you and like angled at a corner, which is a lot better, a lot more safe. Now, it doesn't go in though, so you know this bump is crucial. If you didn't get the bump here, you would be fucked. And then after this, it should be open. No need to. You're really like panicky here. You could have just driven into the ball here, grabbed 1 or 2 pads, and then even after this one flip, it's fine. Just catch the ball and flip when you can score. But like otherwise, you could even press rear view right now, like your rear cam right now to see, because your opponent is still in your net, by the way. Like I knew this because of audio clues. Like you could hear him like flipping your net. He's kind of stuck in there.
I'm a no sound player.
Okay, that's actually in Rocket League. Like, to be fair, it's not as huge as in like a game like Valorant or like Fortnite where you have to hear footsteps and stuff. But there's audio clues in Rocket League as well that just tell you that like, hey, my opponent is flipping like 6 miles behind me in my own net. He's like stuck there for like 10 seconds or something. So it could help. But to be fair, in Rocket League you have rear view as well. So if you use either of these, like I could hear, you could even see it there. To be fair, he fucked his wave dash. But
I thought, looking at it, I actually thought he wave dashed in my direction, but I didn't see that he.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's by that.
Yeah, in real time, you're not gonna, like, now we're, like, pausing it, going over it 7 times, so that's why I saw it. But in real time, you don't know if he messed it up there or not. But I know he messed it up because of the audio clue that he was continuing his flip. So he's not wave dashing because his flip is still going.
Good point. Yeah.
But if you don't have audio on, even pressing rear view after this one flip, like right here, you have downtime anyway. You're stuck in your flip, you're waiting for the ball to come down. Pressing rear view once, like, very quickly, and your camera will go from this, from this to like this, and then you'll be like, yeah.
Just take a breath, like, relax.
Yeah, land, and then instead of flipping here, just get one touch, like line it up, catch it, line it up, and then either just hold boost or jump or flip or whatever, but these two flips are very like, they're very fast. Like they're very like kind of panicky. Now they do still give you what you want, which is just like you basically just want to line this ball up with the net and then just get it in. So you do still do that, but it's not clean, or it's not like if the opponent had a little bit of a faster recovery, maybe he would have gone back to this. Now most of the time you're not gonna mess it up. You're just fine. So
yeah, I mean in general, like I'm not too concerned with the play. I'm concerned with the principles. Like the principles you discussed were exactly on point. Like use your camera, be more aware. Maybe even play with sound, So
play with sound, especially in ones. Yeah, it's hard though. Like there's a lot of pressure on you to like, if you make a silly mistake, or you're a little bit too late, or you're a little bit too fast. Like there's so many things you could do wrong, and that's why you try to play perfect, and that's why you kind of feel that pressure on you. And it's totally normal. But the more you're gonna play, the more you're gonna just like be more comfortable, be more calm. But it's a good thing to use those clues you can get. So like audio clues, or like just rear view, like a quick tap on the rear view will help a lot. And this is, by the way, the kickoff where I was talking about, where I try to lose the ball on purpose. So
I didn't watch, but I'm probably gonna fake, by the way.
Okay. The kickoff I meant was like where like you will try to speed flip and hit like only this side of the ball, and then you will just land here, and then the ball will just go back here, and you can just turn instantly and go back. I have a clip on my Twitter as well. I could maybe link it later, where I just lose the ball, and then it went like backward, and then I just like kind of half psychoed it in his net instantly. It's actually a valid kickoff, but it's not like a traditional kickoff that you would use if there's $10 million on the line. Like you're not. It's kind of like a trick, like a scuffed kickoff you could try when you're down 2 goals with 10 seconds left or something. The normal kickoff on diagonal, so I should explain diagonal kickoffs as well. They're a little bit different because you have the whole like be more on the opposite side of. It's kind of the same here, but you have 2 kickoffs here. Johnny Boy used to refer to them as like hook and push kickoff or something. Or the scrub killer kickoff was a term for it as well. But basically, you would go towards the infield of the map right here, and then you would flip towards hitting the middle of the ball. You would flip towards the same side that you came from. So you would kind of just like get towards the middle here, and then try to like diagonal flip towards the towards the right, since that's the side that you spawned on. And you're trying to win this ball like sidewall and back middle. That's one way to do it, and that's called the hook kickoff. And then the push kickoff would be to kind of just try to get the ball from right to left. So we spawn on the right side. We're hitting this ball from right to left towards this side. But there's one thing you have to know here is that if your opponent does a fast hook kickoff, you can't really do the right to left strat because we're leaving the bottom left of the ball here open. So if we do this right to left strat and he just hits this from the middle towards the right, you can maybe see it already, but the ball will just pinch somewhere here, and it's pretty dangerous. So you kind of again have to play it based off of your opponent. If your opponent just does the same kickoff every time, or if your opponent does the right to left here, like if he's not hitting the ball cleanly in the middle, you can try to do the hook kickoff where you hit the ball middle and then push it that way. Also, you should learn wave dash kickoffs. Like Moxie is currently the best, because he won the fucking RLCS shit, but like at least one of the best players in the world, and he, in my opinion, he really popularized the wave dash kickoff, and it's so strong because it's about neutralizing the ball, the kickoff, and then after that the wave dash will help you to get even just one pad, or maybe a bump, or maybe just getting to the ball quicker, or getting to the big boost quicker. It's so versatile, and it's so like you're just a lot more agile, you're just a lot more responsive when you have a wave dash.
I have a question. Is that kickoff?
Yeah.
So he does the wave dash and then he single jumps right into the ball. Like he gets supersonic. He enters that white circle and then he jumps halfway up the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
You basically
just learned that kickoff last week. I've been doing it and it's been helping me tons.
Yeah, you should experiment with it. You basically just do a normal kickoff, and then when you get here, you kind of just try and block a little bit opposite side of your opponent, because again, if you're on the same side, if he hits the ball like on this right side and from you it's the left side, if you block here, the ball's just gonna go that way. So you kind of have to block middle / a little bit opposite, so that the ball, your objective is to just let the ball kind of die out. Like you kind of just want a neutral kickoff, and then you can use the wave dash to go to wherever you're needed next, quicker than your opponent. That's the key point.
I see.
fake kickoffs are very strong as well. I didn't mention this. Fakes are very strong as well. Now, your opponent doesn't fall for it. I think, I don't know why, but something in my head says that if I do a fake kickoff, for some reason I kind of like, I don't think it matters, but you kind of like flip towards the left and then go back. But for some reason, I feel like I would flip like this and then go back. I don't know if that makes it more believable or threatening.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not
flipping
sure.
too early. Maybe I should drive over a small boost pad and then flip, like right as it.
You actually do flip too early. I
Yeah,
didn't even
yeah.
saw that.
Yeah, even by my standards, that was too early, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably more of a giveaway than what I said. I think what I said didn't even matter that much, but
Probably in your rank it does, but not in my rank.
because he probably the one big giveaway when people are faking is when they flip too early.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's obvious. That's
yeah,
so obvious.
it can just basically you like flip here already. Like the kickoff starts and you just flip, and then most of the time, we like players have seen this hundreds of times already. When someone like insta flips, most of the time they're faking, and this guy just kind of sits behind it. So if you went, he kind of still blocks, but you just fake. And to be fair, faking, I love faking a kickoff because even when they read it, what are they gonna do with zero boost? Yeah, exactly. So you're fine. But of course, our objective while faking the kickoff is that they just passes the ball, and you can make it more believable by flipping a little bit more at a natural timing. I think.
Hey, let me tell you something, because this is one of my favorite things to do. So I'll like at the end of the game, like maybe I've already faked two kickoffs. I'll actually intentionally like mess up the fake. I'll flip too early and like really.
And then still go.
And then I turn a little bit to my net, and then I just full send it right as I see the.
Yeah, I love that. It's like
all the time, bro. It's hilarious. I might do that. It's hilarious. They get so.
It's like you have layer 1, which is, or layer 0, maybe some people would call it, where you just play normal, and then you have layer 1 or 2, which is like you will go for a fake, which is, you know, you're trying to play a mind game, and it will work once or twice, and then the other player will catch up to your layer and, like, you know, read your mind game, and then you have the next layer, which is like you will go for the mind game, and then like be aware that he reads it, and then play another mind game, which is like to fake and to full send it. It works very well indeed.
It's fun.
So I do want to mention something here. You do kind of fuck yourself up in terms of like positioning, because like you fake it, right? And then you will go to the net. I love this angling towards like you don't get towards the middle of the net. You don't want to kind of be here. I should get a different POV. You kind of like, you're here, and if you drive towards this, you can just keep driving. You're in the middle of the net, and this is bad because if the shot is coming and you're in the middle of the net, you have to pick left or right, and if you pick left, you don't cover right. If you pick right, you don't cover left. So that's why you make this little adjustment towards the left, so that we're on one side of the field having movement towards the other side of the net. So we cover the whole net, right? Yeah. So this is a little small thing, but it's crucial. Players in low rank won't even do this. They will just drive mindlessly towards the net. But then here is when you should realize, like, okay, my opponent has no boost. I don't just want to infinitely shadow towards my net and then just give him free space. So what I would do here is you have three options, right? One option is to just dive and challenge. It's an option that can work. It's an option that you have to go for sometimes. It's not an option that you have to go for every time. So that's option 1. Option 2 is, you go for a fake challenge, right? You do the same movement, but then you kind of just try to make him shoot and cover the shot still. That's a very good option as well. And then the third option is to drive challenge, and you should drive challenge not just head on, but drive challenge with some intent to, like, drive challenge, for example, and try to hit the right side of the ball so that the ball pinches either back left, mid left, or upfield left somewhere. Driving head on just, again, gives him more of a chance to, if he jumps, that the ball goes over you or something. Whereas if you hit more of the right side, you kind of just manipulate the angle a bit. Or drive challenge with the intent to demo or something. These things work as well. So those are 3 options. To be fair, option 1, real challenging, could work because he has no boost. It's still a little risky. If he gets a perfect block, he might have a better recovery. It's a bit ass. I would probably just go for a fake challenge and go back, or a drive challenge because he has no boost. And a key point as well with drive challenges, you only really want to do them when there's no bounce. If the ball's just dead on the ground, rolling with one trajectory, that's when you can just go for a drive challenge. You can't really go for a drive challenge if he has a threat of cutting the ball, because if you're driving towards the ball like this and he hits it, you're just going over there. Like,
can I run through like I haven't watched the replay, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But like what I
Yeah.
think I would do. Like here's my thought process. Okay,
Yeah.
so in my thought process, the ball is in a non-threatening position. It's rolling. He has no control of
Yes.
it. I know he has no boost. I just saw him expend. So in my mind, I don't want to reward his play with a challenge. I think any challenge
Yes.
is dumb because first of all, like I think my objective here is I want to maybe get possession of the ball and not give him the corner boost, like the left
Yes.
corner boost. That's how because the play's filtering towards that area. Eventually, it will like. So,
100%. Either
yeah.
corner boost or mid boost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, ideally, I bait him in and I let him drive in like he's a Black Ops 2 zombie, like training him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always think about that. Yeah, and you know he flips into the ideal situation. He flips into my net. Perfect. I'll probably score.
Exactly.
If he's smart, he's just going to like stay behind the ball and like let the ball.
Yeah,
like,
and play
corral the
50 or
corner.
something.
And then I take
Yeah.
boost, and then hopefully I can take mid or bump him. But that's kind of how I'm thinking. So in these situations, I would like never challenge. Honestly, I just never. And I wouldn't even necessarily
I agree.
challenge to get out of position. Like I'm in a fine position right here. I'm not too nervous about like what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought process.
Okay, my thought process is the same. I think fake challenging and covering, like, kind of just like staying here and then maybe just making a small threat of like, hey, I might challenge and then just cover what comes next. I think that's very good. But I swear at a high level, a more forcing move is a drive challenge because you're right in the fact that you say you don't want to challenge, but what we mean by challenge there in that situation is to commit. You don't want to jump and flip into the ball and commit. But a drive challenge is basically a challenge without really committing, without really jumping, without really flipping. It's basically like a more forcing fake challenge, or like it's in between like a more forcing fake challenge and a real challenge because you're still challenging. But if everything goes wrong, you can just turn and go back. If the ball goes to your corner boost, you can just hit the ball and go to your corner
I think
boost.
you're right. I think that's the ideal play because like you said, if you drive challenge a rolling ball, you'll always be goal side, right?
Yeah,
There's no way.
as long as you don't do it like straight head on, like he's going like this, you don't just want to like get straight head on and just drive into it like a drone, because then there's chances where it just pinches to the roof and it goes over your own head or something. You kind of do want to maintain some sort of an angle away from your net, so you kind of want to just pinch it more like towards the side or something.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch it though. But the easiest thing you can do if you don't feel comfortable with drive challenges and shit is to just go for a small turn of field. Tell your opponent like, hey, I might go, and most of the time, as soon as you do this movement, they will already kind of like either jump into the ball to get ready for a 50, or they will insta flip and try to hit it past you. And those options are perfect for you as long as you just cover that option, right? So you don't want to turn upfield and then stay here and just look at him or something. You kind of just want to be ready for what comes next. So you kind of have to go to your net and kind of just like cover that.
Yeah.
So like this move and see this little turn in itself. Look at what your opponent's doing already. He's like, fuck.
Yeah.
He's gonna challenge. I'm on zero boost. What the fuck do I do? So he's gonna try to shoot. He's gonna try to block. He's gonna try to do anything. And even here, either go back or I'd say like try and get closer to that drive challenge, the drive 50 position where you kind of like block like the right side of the ball. Both are fine. You don't want to be standing still in between those options, because let's say he gets like some sort of a weird shot like far post, like if he randomly like shoots this by you, like past you, you don't want to be standing still here. So that's why, again, either like driving into this 50 and just 50ing like the right side of the ball so the ball pinches there. That's one option. The other option is to kind of just like let him shoot it and cover the shot though. You don't kind of just want to. I don't think you stand still here because I paused it. It might look like it, but
I might have full broke.
I mean, you eventually you start driving with him again. Okay, then you full break, and then you still actually kind of real challenge. So the other two options were kind of better. Now you did fake challenge, and then he kind of like he didn't pass you the ball instantly. But I do think like in this position, you need to try and learn drive challenges because they're better than just like 50ing.
Yeah.
Right. You will force the ball off of him without risk. Like basically, after all this shit happens, you kind of just like want to position your car like on the right side of the ball and just like angle it so that you kind of just drive through the 50. You could even go for a bump, but it's a little bit risky. But it's an idea. Just hit the right side of the ball. The ball will pinch somewhere on the left. It could be back left. It could be here. It could be here. Then you could go for a bump. Then you could go for mid boost, take pads, take back boost. Wherever you're needed, you have to go. Fuck. There's a line on the shit, bro. Oh my god. I don't have my controller plugged in, bro. So like, oh my god, I don't know
Where are
the.
you taking me to? Another dimension?
Oh
This is a
my
Rick and Morty
god.
episode.
Okay.
Let's go on a
I
little
don't.
adventure.
Normally I do this on my controller. I don't have it plugged in, so I'm doing it on my
No, you're
KBM,
good.
but
Oh,
I don't
really?
know the controls and shit. Yeah. But yeah, the 50 is fine, but now he
That's
actually
bad.
wins the corner boost though.
Yes. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see
And
what you mean.
this 50, like jumping and 15 would have been more fine as well if we weren't so like middle of the ball. Like if we were more on the right side again, instead of like just blocking it head on, like if we were more instead of being here, you were kind of more here, pushing this ball away to the corner with more intention. That's a better 50 as well. Um, so yeah, you kind of just block like middle. You're a
Yeah.
bit on the right, but the execution could have been better. And again,
Yeah.
just drive challenges when the ball's on the ground rolling is just it's simple. It's easier. It's more forcing.
I want to pull on a theme, like a pull on a theme that I think you'll notice in
Yeah,
this replay, because I know how my play style is. I'm very passive. Number one. Number two, I struggle with being the initiator. I have no on and off switch. Like I prefer to be like the counter puncher in every situation.
yeah,
Which I notice for you, you have that ability, but you also are able to initiate. So
of
like
course.
like right there, the drive challenge would have been more of that initiator role.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's something I struggle with, and I've actually improved it this past week or two. That's why I'm peaking. I'm almost at 1730 or whatever. But yeah, I think you're gonna see that a lot in this replay. I just wanted to point that out.
yeah. I mean, the thing is like playing passive. I don't like the word passive because like you I always say you want to play with as much pressure as you can without overcommitting. And that's why I feel like people play passive because they know they shouldn't overcommit, but there's just certain situations where you can apply more pressure to your opponents without even overcommitting. There's literally zero risk to a drive challenge there as long as it's done correctly. And the fact that I say as long as it's done correctly doesn't mean you should shy away from it. It should kind of mean like, oh fuck, there's another area I could venture in. There's another like skill tree I could learn,
Yes,
and
exactly.
I might make mistakes at first, but eventually when you learn how to just drive into the ball with an angle and then go for a bump or like pinch the ball into your corner, those are just winning moves for you. You get rid of this whole defensive situation by just playing that out the right way, kind of. So it's important you actually do try and go for that. And at high rank, you should watch some pros. You will see a lot of people just drive full speed through the ball, like or go for a bump, especially in twos as a first man, for example. Drive challenges get like very strong, but in this position, it's a defensive last man position, and drive challenge here is very strong as well. So it's good to like know when it happens and when you could apply it. And this is definitely one of the
Oh
situations.
no, I love that. I'm a competitive tennis player, and I play with my partner, and he's a I don't know if you play tennis, but there's certain play styles, and basically what his amounts to is good idea, bad execution. Like he's going
Yeah,
for like the kill shots, the shots that could work if he had better mechanics. Same thing
yeah,
you said
yeah,
in Rocket League. Like yeah, maybe if I don't do it correctly, I might get dunked on, and that might stick out of my mind. So like now it's like a negative reinforcing
yeah.
habit where I think about it, but if I just do it correctly, there's almost 0% chance of
Exactly.
anything happening. So I should still
It
keep
takes
doing it.
time though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just repetitions and experience and just trying to. The thing is, it's when you want to get better at something, it's important to know what the better players would do in that position. So like you would know what to try at least. Now you're gonna do it wrong 100 times before you're gonna start to do it right a couple of times. But it's important to know what a good player would do here instead of just like being passive and doing the wrong move. Like what you're doing is not wrong, but it's not the best move, I should say.
Yes.
And a better player would just pick the best move, and you should try to also play the best moves. And you're gonna make mistakes, but it's just natural. It's just the way to get better.
Yeah. Love it.
All right, it's been 40 minutes and we're 20 seconds in. This is just standard stuff.
Yeah. Don't we can
Standard
just do one
stuff.
replay? Yeah. No worries.
Nah, it's fine.
I told
I
you, man.
like
I'm a
this. I like
yapper.
this. It's fine, bro. I'm the same. It's aggressive, but I feel like you went for this because you had a read on your opponent. Now that bump
That
is
was
just the end
horrible.
of it, though.
Yeah. What was this bump?
So a lot of times when there's an opponent behind you, like right here, the opponent is somewhere behind us, like behind us on the right, and you're fine until you take a little bit too long. Like we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. But now at this point, he can just make this move, and you have a couple of options. So one option is to just preemptively try to dodge the bump. Two ways of doing that. One is by jumping. The other one is by hitting the brakes. So like you would be here. Maybe that was a jump attempt. I think it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a jump attempt. Like right here. I don't know. Maybe it was a curve dash attempt.
Oh no, it
But
was a jump. I thought he was right behind me.
yeah, okay.
I jumped
So
very low though, like very low, because I was jumping
nah,
the curve. That's why. Yeah.
yeah. The thing is, you can't really like jump off this curve here. That's why I don't know if you've ever seen it, but people do this curve wave dash thing where you basically you're aware of the fact that you can't jump and your car does like a half like jump, and then you can wave dash off of this empty jump right here. You could wave dash here, but it's some advanced shit. It wouldn't really help in this position anyway.
Yeah.
So you have two options again. Like one is dodging the bump preemptively, which is jumping or hitting the brakes. Like if you hit L2 here, you play on controller, I assume.
Yeah, PS4.
Yeah. So if you just like held L2 here, he would drive past you, thinking you were gonna go here. So that's one way to do it. The other one is jumping, which we tried and kind of failed. So you can kind of do one, and then when you realize, oh fuck, I have to land. There's some downtime. I can't jump in time. You could hit L2 here and try to avoid it. And another thing that you could do as well, which high rank players could do, is to try and use your right stick. If you went right stick towards the right now, it's fast paced, I know, but you could do this. If you use right stick towards the right now, you have a bit more vision on your opponent, and then you would be like, you would at least know how intense his threat was. Because if you look towards like your POV is this. But if you even if you turned off ball cam, maybe you would see him. I'm not sure. But if you went right stick towards the right real quick, you would see like he's coming in right now. So if I can't jump right now, I will have to hold L2 to at least like try and avoid the bump. But the jumping or L2 are your two main ways to dodge the bump, and the right stick maneuver only helps with knowing how intense that situation is. Like it's happening right now.
Agree.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I want like one thing. So I have this thing where I classify. I have a little notepad next to me where I even have I have a 100-inch whiteboard too. Where I classify fear-based inputs or logical inputs. So like I'll actually like if there's a goal that happened, I'll quickly go back in time and just jot down everything I thought was fear or logical. Like right there, that jump off that curve, that was just a fear-based input. There was no reason really for me to do it because I had no knowledge. I could have gained knowledge by hitting the right stick and gaining some vision.
Yeah,
exactly. I try to
exactly.
keep track of, because I notice when I watch you, it's like almost 100% rate of logical inputs. It's really interesting.
I think again, like audio actually does help with this, but either you have so many options in Rocket League, either audio or just like general game understanding, because like he was right here and he still has to make a turn, so like he can't like land here and simultaneously bump you right now. Like the bump will happen, but it's like half a second later. So it's like general game understanding or audio or like using rear view or like a cam flick towards the right. Like you have multiple options to kind of get rid of the fear. And again, if you just play more, get in these positions more, and you have like focus on what went wrong here, and so like let me give an example. So now this happened and you were too fast with jumping. And let's say you don't want to use audio, you don't want to use cam, you don't want to use all of that shit. You just want to get general better game understanding. So next time you're going to go into a game, the way to tackle this problem is to be like, okay, I was too fast last time. Let me try and be a bit more calm. And then you're going to take a bit more time, right? And then let's say you take too much time, you get bumped again, right? Now you're on two opposite sides of the spectrum. I was too fast once and I was too late the other time. So you have to try and find the balance.
Yes.
But if you only like play fear based, like you say, and you only jump too early every time, and you never try to fix it by waiting a bit longer, you're only going to be stuck here. And then if you try to fix it but you're taking too long, then you just have to find that balance, like in the midway where you're fast enough but not too fast but not too slow, kind of, right? So it's always good to try and experiment, try and do new things. Like, oh, I was too fast, let me try and go a bit too slow. And then it's important to, when you still fail after you try and experiment and you still get beat by something, it's important to not give up there, but to just keep going. Oh, I was too fast the first time, I was too slow the second time. Some people will revert to the first option. They will just go back to being too fast. No, I was too fast the first time, I was too slow the second time. Now let me try and be in between. Let me try and find the balance, right? You just keep pushing. It takes weeks, it takes months, it takes thousands of hours to eventually get to the skill level you want to be at. But it's humanly possible. It's humanly doable. Yeah, this is why ones, like, it's painful. That's a beautiful save, actually. But this is why ones is painful, but it's why ones is very good for you, because it forces you to, like, even small interactions like this, like, beautiful challenge, you just defended your position, but then this whole, like, avoiding this demo from the guy behind you, that didn't go well, almost gave him a free goal, and you got a miraculous save here still, actually.
Yeah. You're right.
Nice,
I love how
pads.
punishing it is. Like, actually,
Yeah.
when I play ones, maybe it's a little cringe, but when I get outplayed and I outplay myself maybe, and I don't get punished for it, like a goal doesn't be scored, I actually get pissed off. Like, I want them to punish me.
Yeah.
I know subconsciously I'm thinking of, it won't register subconsciously that I made a mistake unless I'm punished. So like ones is so good for me in that regard. But I play ones like once, probably 2 sessions a month. That's it. Probably 4 hours a month. I need to up that for sure.
Yeah, if you're serious about getting better, I'd say play way more. But yeah, you're gonna lose your soul. Like it's actually soul sucking, like your fucking life energy out of you to grind ones. It really is, but it's good for you. It really is. All right, let's continue. So you get some pads, and then we're just gonna turn. Like, this is just standard shit. I love your positioning where you're like, if he shoots this instantly on target, like he could get a 6 shot top corner here. I love your positioning that you basically went like this. You grab some pads and then you turn around. Noobs would maybe stay on the ground like this, but if the ball's up in the air and he could go for an instant shot, it's good to be able to go backboard, because this save is a lot easier than staying on the ground and having to jump up, and it's kind of awkward. You could hit the post and everything. So being backboard when the ball is in the air and they're threatening a shot is good. Now, the shot isn't really strong. We didn't even have to jump off here, but this is totally fine as long as we get a touch that's closer to us than to him, which is what we do. I would only go for an outplay touch here if I kind of see him boost towards the ball. He's probably not going to go, and the way you kind of want to play this is that he might still go. You also don't want to assume he's not going to go, because, like, I swear, like, some people at high rank, they will be like, oh, okay, my opponent's further away than me, he's not gonna go, and then they try to control it, and then this guy still goes, and then you get scored on by this guy, and then you're gonna be like, oh, fuck, he's so stupid, why the fuck would he go? But like, yeah, but if it works for him, why would he not go, right? So you have to be aware, and you have to be ready for everything. So how do we do that? Again, one thing, if he boosts, I would go for an outplay touch, which is like, flip into the ball, double jump into the ball, anything that gains a lot of power. Use the sidewall as a teammate to get the ball into a scoreable position middle. But if he doesn't give you, like, if he doesn't tell you early on that he's actually going for it, what you can do is to just, like, drive into the ball like this, and kind of, you don't want to hit the ball if he doesn't go, because this is a decent ball. Like, this is a ball possession we could take into a threatening position. But if he gets closer and closer like this, just set up for a good 50, so that if he goes, at least the ball pinches, like, towards the right. Anywhere this area, kind of like this is all good for us. So I would say just get close and then just look at him. Eventually he will fuck off. That's just, he kind of just has to. And, you know, he might not. He might actually be, you know, stupid, and he might actually go for it. But if that happens, just be ready for it and just set up for a good 50. Like, don't be on the right side of the ball.
Would you just let him touch it? Because it's going to go bounce off the corner probably, right?
That's one option as well, yeah. You could literally let him touch it. But I think by 50ing it, the pinch threat, like a hard pinch, is better than letting him touch it and then letting him bounce back. That's actually good. But against better players...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right in getting bumped, to be fair. But you don't want to push too far, because he's probably going to drive like this. And you can just kind of go like this and just pinch it, but you don't want to cross him, basically. You want to just kind of stop here so that he kind of drives past you. It's precise and stuff, but the reason why, you know, trying to get a pinch is better than, you know, letting him hit it, because, like, better players, they're going to find these, like, fast angles. Like, if you're going to let him do too much, he might hit this ball into the corner wall, and then like he might, like, set, like, a quick, see, already he turned away, this is what I mean. But, like, let's say he went and you stopped here, he could hit this ball corner wall and then wait here and then jump, and then this angle could be open and stuff. So, like, letting him hit the balls is valid, but you kind of want to just watch out, depending on how good your opponent is. If you're playing, like, a fairy peak or something, you don't want to just give them too much control. That's why just, like, letting him drive into it while you're still, like, staying here so the ball pinches, it puts more of a threat on him, because the ball will go faster towards his side. That's the whole deal there. So, but again, if you just stayed in this position, we have ball possession. The ball's closer to us than to him. He could go. He could be stupid. If he is stupid, we just get a good 50. If he is not stupid, try to not hit this ball into like a position that he's gonna cover as well. Like try and just keep this ball here. He's gonna turn, and once he turns, we can go this way, right? We can go into where the space is. We're in a pretty good spot, right?
Yeah.
So he turns, and we take time. This is lovely. Now he does stay close though. This is the next mistake that a lot of people make is they will we were in this position here, and we actually did not hit the ball into him. We let him fake challenge and turn around. But then after that happens, some people think, oh, we've done it all. Now let's continue. We're in a winning position. You kind of are, but you don't just want to mindlessly hit this ball into him because he's not going to just fake challenge and give you all this space like this. That's your dream scenario for sure. But he could just stop right here instantly after a fake challenge and go for a real backwards challenge, right? So a couple of options. Now, I like to play to, where behind your opponent is. So, like, if you can quickly, like, get towards, like, the right, and then, you don't even have to play it here. Sometimes even a fake direction change like this, from his POV, he's going to have ball cam on like this, and he's going to see you, like, how do I show this, like, correctly? Like, if you make this movement, kind of, like this way, your opponent might pre-flip, like, a block on your hit here. And that's why even a fake direction change can just change the whole game. Like, even you just doing this and then stopping right here, he will kind of just try to block that hit this way. And if he flips, you just score because you never even hit the ball. So fake direction changes are very strong. That's one way to play it. Another way to play it is to 50 it as well, but what you don't want to do is get a touch into an opponent while you're not ready. You're not even aware that he stopped there. Like, you're going to get jump scared. It's like a horror game. You play the ball, like, you think he's fake challenging and then just leaving, but what if he fake challenges and stops right here and still challenges? Like,
I would
like
stop
people
right there
are,
if I were him.
Yeah, people are aggressive. Why would he just give you free space, right? So to me, this looks as well like you're about to just get a touch into him. It's not a threat, like a exaggerated threat. It's just like a touch forward. He can read it. He can reach it. Try and in this position, try and really implement like either a direction change if you're fast enough, and if you feel like he's close enough to get a block, go for like a fake direction change. So like go towards the right side of the ball. Try and really make it look like we're hitting it to the left. You could do it from left to right as well, but right to left is better because his ass is like pointing this way. He can boost forward.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was saying,
yeah, go ahead.
What I noticed with your gameplay and just the way you're describing this, I feel like you use vision to your advantage. Like, you actually want him to look at you. Like, right now, he doesn't have great vision of me. But if I do that wide cutout, like you said, and I threaten the hook to cut to the left, to my left, then you're actually like giving up that vision advantage. But it's actually to your advantage. Like, you want him to look at you. Is that kind of like what you're thinking of in a way?
I mean, he always kind of has his eyes on us, and yeah. I
want to see.
He just has, So he just has ball cam on, and he stops close to the ball. Yeah, like what you try to do is like you try to get under the ball, and you just try to dribble it. But like he's so close that if you just dribble it, he's just like he could backflip challenge at any point right now. And whereas if we go like this more, he kind of has two options. One is to run towards a new position to cover this infield, right, which is what you're threatening. And the other option is to just go for a backflip challenge and cut it off like instantly, right? So dribbling into him, now he runs away anyway. Like he will give you the space, which is good for you. But if he now backflip challenged, I think you would have gone like jump scared and he could have maybe even scored, right? So it's an idea to like try and win space correctly by not playing it into them, by like trying to get them to move in certain like ways with like by just threatening direction changes. Like you're threatening to hit the ball into here, so he kind of has to go there if he wants to shadow you, right? That's the whole idea of it, right? And if he wants to challenge it to close it off, like let him do that. But we're not even hitting the ball. We're just like pretending to go there, basically.
I have one thing. So like, last thing I'll say. About this is like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I do reposition and hook around the ball actually is rolling towards him. So the ball, for maybe even a fraction of a second or longer, will be closer to him than it is to me. Which, for some reason, in my mind, I look at that as like me losing the interaction. But with the way he's positioned, it doesn't matter if the ball is closer to him. Like, what is he really going to do with the ball? You know what I mean?
Exactly. As long as he doesn't like
pinch it into your own net, you're fine. Like even if he challenges, you're fine as long as you just set up and recover faster than him or at the same time. You just have to be somewhere back to not give him a free goal, right? The only mistakes you can make here, to be fair, are like pushing this ball mindlessly into him without realizing he could go for the ball. That's one mistake. And the other mistake is to like when he challenges like this and you're like somewhere like positioned wrongly at the wrong time on the right side of the ball, that he then pinches it into your own net with you. That's one mistake you could make.
Yeah.
But you kind of just want to play around with it, and I think like dribbling it into him here, and also the hook doesn't have to be that big. It's basically what you do right now, but just a little bit more exaggerated. Like I want to hit it more towards the left rather than infield, right?
Would you use boost like to fake to sell it more? Like
maybe a tap.
Yeah,
You would just go and then maybe boost here, like,
yeah,
and then stop here.
yeah.
Maybe a tap like this and then boost and then stop, like. But that way he would just like probably again two options: challenge you, in which case we'll probably fake him if he backwards challenges like this, and the other option is he will try and cover your hit that goes here, and then he will. That's what we want, right? We want him to fuck off, give us that space, right? Now again, this dribbling, like he could have challenged you, you would have gone jump scared. He does give you the space, but since he's that close, you go for another option, which is pretty good. You win space because he's this close anyway, and now you just have to be aware of the bump threat, right? Now, I do want to say you're like there's more layers to this than just avoiding the bump, because I have a lot of fucking air in my fucking shit. Like I'm talking too much. So we get a good flick upfield, we win some space, right? Now we have to be aware of the bump threat. Now, a couple ways to avoid it, of course. You can't hit L2 here. If you hit L2, he's right beside you. He's going to fuck you in your ass. It doesn't work. Another option is to jump, which is what you do. You jump, right? That works. If he jumps with you, though, a high-level player will jump and flip into you. So jumping works, doesn't always work. Now, another option is to just keep boosting with him, basically. So instead of jumping here, you would just kind of go like this, and then you do want to be aware. You don't just want to like infinitely go towards his net. Like you don't want to just infinitely go like this. But you could have just like outpaced him, basically outran him, outdriven him.
Yeah, that's
you could have just gone like this, and then you should, you have ball cam on, so you will go like this, and then you will be in front of him here. And then now you have the option. You'll be right here. He's out of boost. You have the option to be like, okay, do I want to go for this boost? Or do I feel like the ball is controllable enough to you basically have to make a choice. Do I go for his boost or do I go for mid boost? If the ball gets to this corner, you want to win his mid boost. If the ball, the ball doesn't have a lot of pace, it's kind of slow. If you go for this boost, he'll probably go for this boost. So you would probably turn around and go for this boost. You could even like turn like this and kind of like harass him, kind of like bully him, try to go for a bump and stuff. But there's just more to this situation than just avoiding the bump and then kind of losing your initiative. Because this flick wins you space, it puts pressure on your opponent, and then you avoid the bump. And even here, you could have like boosted into him, you could have wave dashed into him, you could have landed and then like just boosted, gone for something. But you kind of just like let him hit it, and you respected it too much. Like you want to at least get a bump or get the boost, and the way you don't want to be scared. And there's one dead giveaway why you don't want to be scared here is because there's no real threat. Like, is he scoring this on you? Like, you really stop here as if like this ball could go like here, and then he like instantly like pinches off of the, like he jumps off the wall, pinches the ground, pinches it into your net. But he's backwards. He shouldn't have a lot of boost because we just had this whole play and we defended it. He will probably only have like 2 pads max. He has less than that, but you don't know that. I'm going based off of what you can think of. And he's backwards. That's the main giveaway. Like if he hits this ball anywhere, even if he hits it over you, you don't have to be like that scared. You can just go turn like this and you will still be fine. As long as you're not positioned here in advance, you're fine. But you want to be able to still position yourself over there if you're needed over there. So once this happened, a good player would win this boost now, or at least like try to trip him up when he lands here or bump him so you can still win this boost. But you don't just want to like avoid the bump and then let him be fine. You're just letting him recover. This avoiding the bump is good. Again, you could have instantly driven in front of him, avoiding this whole thing, but that's maybe a little bit advanced. So avoiding the bump here is fine. But then after avoiding the bump, what is his position? He's backwards. He doesn't have a lot of boost. Can we try and go for a bump here when we land? can we see what he does and then try to beat him to the boost? Or when we go like this and he actually doesn't hit it back, he hits it more here, you go for his boost, but adapt and don't go for his boost because it's risky when you grab the mid boost still. But win something, right? Win a bump, win some time with the bump, or win the boost, or win this boost, right?
I love it. I feel like I have that. I have a low level mentality in some aspects. Like for example, what I said earlier, it's like it feels unnatural for me to allow the enemy to be closer to the ball when I had possession. But I feel like you're willing to like understand his threat level, and you're willing to understand if a touch or the way the ball's rolling, your position, wins you space where you can actually do that, and it's fine. It's like, an example, when I drive past him, like technically, the ball's closer to me, and now the ball will be closer to him. And in my mind, that's like losing the scenario, but it's actually not, because I could take his boost, I could bump him.
Exactly. Like sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's fine to literally give them the whole ass ball as long as you get everything around it. If you get full boost and he's stuck on 12 boosts, the best he can do, like, of course, a good player, if you give him too much time and space, he's going to get the ball in his hood, he's going to get 2 pads, he's going to go for a musty or something. But in this position, when he's backwards and he doesn't have, like, he can't, like, fully turn around like this and control it and then go through you or over you or anything, like, there's not a real threat here, and that's why it's important to try and win something here, and I think that's the main, like, point here. But yeah, a better player, you don't want to just give too much space, but like in this position here, even a better player, the best play he has is to basically try and hit it back and get boost and hopefully still have the ball. You kind of give him ball and boost, whereas you kind of could have gotten a demo, you kind of could have gone boost or ball, or like both.
Yeah.
Because now you have ball, but he has boost. Like, and these positions are just not good. You kind of like, if boost control, especially, yeah, you kind of fucking cucked yourself. That's right. I mean, these positions, especially in ones, if you just play boost control, your opponent is gonna blunder a lot more. Like, it's gonna be tough for your opponent because he's gonna be stuck on 20, 30 boosts the whole game. Like, it's very strong to play boost. Like, if the ball goes to a corner, grab the boost. If the ball goes, towards the midfield, grab the mid boost. Like, it's simple, yet people still like kind of forget about it. But go for the boost if you can, bump people off, win the boost race, all that shit. Because in my opinion, this position is better for him than for you. You might have the ball, but like the angle is fucking, it's shit, and you have 15 boosts. Whereas if you had this boost, the angle is still not the greatest. You can make a new angle though. But the difference is like he will be defending with like he's grabbing these 2 pads and then he's defending, and you have all this space.
I'm not scoring this. Yeah, it's very unlikely.
Yeah. Oh, that flip basically gave him a goal. I like actually how you try to take your time. I wouldn't really do much here either. Maybe a good player will stay on the wall like this a bit better, so that if he goes, you can then try and get an outplay touch. But letting him hit it and turn is fine. But then after that, you kind of have to. Your best bet right here is to try and hit this ball back. As soon as you flip away, though, you're kind of just giving up this ball, though. Whereas if you, yeah, probably just like panic, ooga booga, instantly run back and try to defend. But like the best thing you could do here is use a bit of boost. Don't get demoed here, but I'm pretty sure you can hit this ball back, and you just want to boom the ball all the way back, like. So hit the ball back to your corner and then go for that corner, grab the pads on the way. Again, don't get demoed. Experiment with it. You might try that and get demoed, and then you just have to try it again until you like get comfortable and you don't get demoed and you play it out correctly. But the best thing you can do, again, you could have maybe stayed on the wall here, not too close. The closer you get to the ball, the more you're telling your opponent, hey, I'm dribbling this ball, I'm catching this ball, I'm gonna have a soft touch. Whereas if you stay a bit further back from the ball, you have vision on the opponent, and you can kind of get a touch based off of him. If he then fully turns around like this, and you're a bit further back on the ball, then you can maybe boost into the ball and try to hit it left or hit it up the wall. But if you get very much like under the ball or too close to the ball, like what are you gonna do in this position, right? You can only like catch the ball or like hit it off the wall. But you actually break here, creating some space between you and the ball. But eventually, like, see, you have this a little bit of space. So you could have maybe done something, but
yeah,
it was still a little awkward. And just not going for it here is totally fine. You just turn, and this is a free ball. But as soon as you flip away, this is open. Like if he just went like this is open. So the insta flip there back is bad, right?
Yeah.
But again, I'm gonna go back one more time. It all comes down. It all came from this, like, you know, avoiding the bump and then not doing anything with it. Not grabbing his boost. Not going for a bump.
It's so
It's
funny
a
because
bit too passive.
in the moment, after I flick and dodge the bump, in my mind,
Yeah.
it's like I won the play. I made a good play, but I wasn't looking at the long-term potential of the play.
Yeah, as soon as he gets the boost, in my opinion, he's fine. You know, not always, of course. Like Rocket League is not like, you know, black and white. Like, oh, he got the boost, he's winning. It's not like chess kind of, because like you can with zero boost, if he like you can go for an air dribble bump or like a single jump bump, and you can have zero boost and he can have 100 boost and you can still score, right? Like Rocket League is not like, oh, you have to do this to win, but you can do certain things to get you into a way better position, like way more advantageous position. If you got the boost and he's forced to defend on 20 boost and you have 100 boost, that's way better than giving him full boost and you only having 10.
Yeah.
Alright, now he kind of still fucks up. He gives you full boost. It's fine. Nice. So the reason why you can real challenge here is because, of course, we see him coming down.
The ball's falling. It's not dangerous.
Yeah, the ball is coming down. He's coming down. Like, as soon as he turns his nose fully down, he doesn't even have a hit anymore. Now, you do kind of still want to be a little bit, not hesitant, but aware that, like, we start boosting now, but he can still hit this now. As long as he's in this position, he can jump and side flip and still hit this ball, but you have to just be aware. I'm sure you're not fully droning, but eventually he points his car fully. Like, he could still hit the ball now, but now, like, he can't really anymore. Like, he could maybe double jump and hit this ball slightly, but the scary position is when he has this position, because side flipping out infield, he can actually get an angle. But in this position, he's basically told you, like, hey, I'm not going anymore. So it's good that you go. It's good that you go because it's a free beat. Free beats are always good. They can't be bad. Free beat. That's one thing I do want to say though. Yeah, this free beat is good, but you could have done more with it. And the angle is tough. Like, I'm not gonna tell a player to, you know, you have to get on the left side of the ball. You have to score this. Yes, if you want to beat Fairy Peak or any other pro, like, yeah, you should score this, sure. But the angle is hard. It's tough. An easier thing that you could do is try and use a wall to your advantage. So if you could somehow hit this ball sidewall and get this scoreable, that's one way to do it. If you can hit this corner wall, not like this curve, not this curve, but like actually like cleanly the middle of the corner wall, if you can do that, it'll bounce back to you middle. So there's like 3 scoreable options. One is like the open net, one is to try and get the ball off of like the sidewall back into middle, and the other one is to try and hit the middle of this corner wall so it bounces back middle, right? Any touch that rolls up a curve or hits this curve, or like any touch like that is just not good. It's not bad, but it's just not the best, basically.
Yeah.
So this touch is decent because you get a free beat, you get some space, you get some pressure, but it's not an instant goal, right? This is a nice demo threat. Yeah, this is a nice demo threat.
But I might shape it up. Oh, I missed.
Nice try. Yeah, I mean, he just avoided it, right? But this is quite risky. Normally, in a position like this, I mean, the boost is bugged, I'm pretty sure.
I might be giving myself too much credit, but I might have tried to fake the mid boost grab there. Sometimes I do that where I flip into the ball and then they feel like they have time.
Yeah, which could work, but like, to be fair, he just has full vision. Like, he knows you. Like, to be fair, up to this point, he had no vision. He hears you flip. Your plan actually worked. Like, he hears you flip. He actually turns off ball cam. He's like, okay, that guy's going for boost. But then at this point, he sees you. There's just too much of a distance still. Like, you kind of faked him, sure, but like now at this point, he has 100 boosts. You have like 12, and you're like upfield going for this. I think it's just more discipline to just actually go for the mid boost and then try and do it fast. Because if you're slow, you're giving the slower you are, the more space you give him. But if you just go back, grab this mid boost, and then instantly come back, there's not much of a difference between that position and this position that you have here in terms of like how much space you've given him. But the only difference is you'll have 100 boosts, right? Because like, meantime, while you're making this turn, I'm grabbing this and coming back. And yeah, you're maybe challenging him now. And the difference would maybe be that I'm challenging him here instead of there. Yeah. But the difference is 100 boosts versus 17 boosts, right? So your play can work. Maybe it's something you want to do more when you have less time, because you have to play different when you have less time. But if you're not losing yet. You have 4 minutes. I think disciplined play is a bit better than not. I don't want to say better, but just more disciplined rather than trying to catch him off guard like 1 minute into the game. Nice. See how strong a fake challenge is? We grab the mid boost, we turn into the player like this, you use a bit of boost, and you just don't go. This is literally all it is. And then he gives you the ball, and now you have to try and convert this ball into a clean possession, don't get demoed, all of that. Okay, nice. So I say nice as in like you don't let him score. Sometimes people will try and like play this too slow. Like the opponent will hit the ball like this, and then you will try and control the ball like this, but you never jump, so you just stay here, and then
could have jumped, could have converted that. Actually.
This guy could just jump again and score. So that's one way to do it. Now there is some intricacies here where you will kind of try and like find that balance again, where you don't jump this early, so you don't tell him, okay, I'm jumping before you, I'm beating you, I'm hitting it here or here back. You kind of try and like look at him and kind of try and lure him into jump, but kind of jump at the same time, so at least you get a block. That's one way to do it. It's kind of tough. It's kind of like you might get scored on because like if he goes instantly and you then try to wait and then see what he does, and then he just jumps and you don't catch the timing, he might score on you. But that's one way to do it, is to try and like not jump too early, so we don't just hit it to where he could go. We kind of try and like look at him, see what he's gonna do, because the ball also has momentum to us. That's one key factor here as well. The ball has momentum towards us, away from him, so he's kind of playing catch up, whereas the ball is coming to us, so we probably reach the ball before him. That's one thing to note here, but I don't mind you jumping for this instantly. Now, you could just say like we could try and hit it like sidewall here instead of going for the back boost. Playing into your corner is fine if you can beat your opponent to the corner. But in this position, when you have like 70, 80 boosts and he probably doesn't have a lot, again, in your head, he might have like 2-3 pads, like 30, 40 boosts. You can maybe try and go for not playing back, but trying to hit sidewall and back into middle. Yeah. That way you just continue the play without like having the whole, like the back corner boost. Now, surely he can...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I keep cutting you. I'm sorry.
It's good, bro.
No, in my head, like...
Yeah.
I think how would I say... I feel like I imagine ghosts, if that makes sense. Like, I imagine plays happening before they actually materialize. Like, for example, in that situation, like, I've been in that situation thousands of times in my career.
Yeah.
Where, you know, like, I fake a challenge, they flick. In my head, okay, I won this interaction. Now let's take this ball to the corner boost, set up a play. But I'm not actually, like... I'm routine-based. I'm not actually looking at the play for what it is and what it demands. Right, so like I think that's my problem is like I just don't look at what's happening exactly, because if I was looking at the player and I saw the boost amount, you know, I probably should have just slammed it against sidewall. So yeah, that's that's really it.
I mean, sidewall is just one option. I mean, your play would have worked, but it needed like a better like so playing back corner boost would work, but then you have to like jump here and then like flip like towards like the diagonal right now. So you have to kind of like hit this ball with a flip, hit it back, and then also like diagonal speed flip kind of, and then land here and then try to get this boost. You might get demoed and stuff, but you could win this boost race actually, I think. But the way you do it is you get a touch back, you don't flip, so you land like slower, and then he just gets your boost. So I think like again, there's kind of like 3 options. One would be to like this happens, see what he's doing. He kind of, if you noticed, he pointed his car kind of away from the ball. He's kind of looking over here instead of like straight towards the ball. That's kind of one indication of like he's not instantly going. That's maybe one thing. Then now he's kind of pointing his car at the ball, but see how we already jumped before he did that? So like he wasn't even going yet, but we already like hit the ball to safety kind of. Whereas the first option was to like kind of try and bait him in to go for the ball and then to try and beat him, so he doesn't have a instant path towards your boost. The whole idea of it is to just try and make his pathing a little bit slower. That's one thing to do. The second option was to just slam it sidewall and back into middle, meaning that he cannot go for your back boost. And even if he goes for mid boost, it could still be a goal if you hit it hard enough. Like if you slam it sidewall and back into middle, if he goes for mid boost, it might be a free shot. So that's the second option is really good. It's simple yet very effective. And then the third option was to do what you did here, but then you kind of have to like that might be a little bit more like mechanically demanding, but you kind of have to line your flip up in a way where you like this is really good, and then here you would kind of just like diagonal flip towards the right, like kind of speed flip towards like here, land here, try to get the boost and try to beat him. This is like the speedy version of like all of this. You're basically doing what you're doing, but you just have to be like more mechanically like fast trying to get that boost. But yeah, basically your thought process is good, but it's just like it's readable. Like your opponent just reads you and he converts.
Yep, exactly.
I love that fake ceiling challenge. Nice. Like you kind of like almost mistime it, so like there's a ground pinch threat, so you don't just want to like. You kind of like you have two options, right? One is to go, one is to go back. You don't want to go and then not go because if he ground pinches it past you, it's a goal, right? So you kind of have to go. But if you go too late, like if you go too late and the ball bounces and it goes back up and then you kind of go like too late, the ball might bounce over your head, which like you kind of like catch it at like the right time. Like you're not too late, you're not too early. You could have just like gone like kind of like before the ground pinch happens. So if you held boost fully off the wall and went instantly, that kind of like eliminates any threat because you kind of like you're a little bit late. Like he could have like ground pinched something there, but you're on time. It's fine.
I was afraid of the dunk, so I was trying to hit it as high as possible.
Yeah, this is unfortunate though because I assume you went for a yeah, but I assume you went for the demo here, but you just like you're kind of just like in between. But yeah, you could have gone for a shot. The demo is totally fine, but I would just say like when he flips, like he's stuck in the animation, he's landing here. You have to try and like catch him on the landing there.
Yeah.
I mean, you tried. I can't say that you have to hit the demo, right? It's the mindset was like there. The mindset was there. Like try it. But I feel like you could have maybe even scored this without even demoing, but I'm not sure.
I don't think I could have. But let's see.
I mean, even if you couldn't have, like, let's say he gets back in time, like.
I think I could have actually. Hold up, yeah.
Yeah, I think you could have as well.
You could have. Maybe I could have. You could have.
No. You could have as well. You could have as well. Maybe you would miss. Maybe I would miss. You know, but we could have tried at least.
Yeah,
but
right.
I wanted to say that even if you like, let's say, of course you can't wait on the ground here. You have to jump an aerial and shoot. I do want to make that clear. You can't wait, and then let the ball hit your car on the ground because he could demo you at that point. But even if like, let's say he was a bit closer than you. A bit closer than this position. Let's say, fuck is this, bro? Let's say, let's say, let's say he was closer and he could actually demo you, and you can't score. We would again at least be able to get the boost here. And again, this is just, it's continuing pressure basically. Like we have a play, we hit the ball upfield, we win some space, and instead of like, you know, this time we went for a demo, sure, but. Like, we missed a demo, and that's why this all happens, of course, I get it. But we could have played, you know, for the shot attempt, and then if we didn't feel comfortable, we could have won the boost. It's just like, we could have done all of that. Now, in this position here, he's not backwards. He's, you know, he's going to be forwards going towards the ball. He could have literally gone like this, angled it, and shot. Like, this boost is kind of out of the question. You could kind of like hit the brakes a bit here, and then see what he does. Like, if he booms it, then you turn. And if he doesn't boom it and he takes time, then you can go for boost. But going for this boost instantly right now is trying to like, just trying to squeeze one in. Like you don't have a lot of time. You're just trying to like get it by like get it.
Bump?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that's bad.
I mean, the bump, like the thing with the bump, like it could work. It actually could work, but like it's so risky. Like you have to go straight for the car, and it actually could work. Like a good player, a top 100 player, could go for the bump here. And it could work. The reason why it works is because he flips. He jumps and flips, meaning his car is like stuck in that flip. So it could have worked, but you actually like you go for the boost and the bump like at the same time, kind of like.
Yeah, I couldn't decide.
Yeah, like if you went for this, it could have worked. If you did, like the boost is kind of out of the question because he has a bounce, he has a boom, he's forward going. He can play over this boost while you still have to go for the boost. That's the whole mistake here. And the bump is just. When you have 3.5 minutes and it's 1-1, I wouldn't recommend these risky bumps. But the bump actually would have worked because he flips, so he's stuck in this animation. So it would have worked. The boost grab just isn't good.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't recommend this bump either. Like maybe with 10 seconds left and you're down a goal, sure, but okay. Now this, it might not look like a huge mistake, but in this position here, if you were like, if your car was like here and you can get this demo, this is fine. But you have to realize, you have to catch up this distance towards his car, and the ball is like right here. His car is like right here, and he's about to hit this ball. So he actually reaches this ball before you reach the demo. So going for this demo here is kind of sus. You kind of, if you want to go for the demo, I would like at least go for it a little bit more, like a little bit more on the right side of the ball. Like you could go like this kind of, and then go for a demo like this if you feel like you can reach. But you can't really chase for a demo like behind him, because he kind of reaches the ball before you reach the demo, if that makes sense. Like it's better to kind of like be goal side, and then if you feel like you can demo, you can still demo here. But if you go like this, you're basically like, this is kind of like a second man, or in twos, when you have a first man rotating back and you have a last man in net here. This is kind of like what you're playing is kind of like a second guy in twos position. Like you're trying to kill the attacker, but you're leaving the whole net open type shit. Yeah. And this is totally open, by the way. Like he just misses. Like
that's a tough angle. Yeah, actually no, never mind.
It's a tough angle, but if he scores it, you're gonna be sad and you're gonna be crying. So it's a tough angle, but good players will score it for sure. So you just don't want to give them a chance. And again, like the demo isn't even bad, but I'd say instead of demoing, like you kind of just go a little bit too far to the left. Like I would have just gone like this.
No,
you barely,
that's him
you barely miss. Yeah, you barely miss. It's very close, and that's why I feel like if you held this trajectory, you could have demoed him probably, because like you're going like this, and if you see that he's shooting, you can block it. But going like this, and then at the end, like adjusting yourself to his car is better than going like this for his car, and then he drives past you, and then you miss type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better to kind of like anticipate it a little bit, go to where everything is heading, and then at the end, like change it up. Because you just go straight line, and he drives past. And if you kind of went like anticipating a bit, and then at the end adjust, you're just going to be more precise.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, now I'd say, now we don't have a lot of boost. These touches are okay because, like, you know, you're winning space. Okay, fake direction change. The thing is, like, these touches are fine, but you don't like set up something like these touches are, you're hitting it away from yourself, and in the end you try to do a fake direction change, but you just didn't give yourself a lot of time to like set it up correctly. Like, so like we grab this pad and we could set it up now, but in a second he's gonna turn and challenge, and if we don't have a threat set up yet, why would he not go, right? So now we have it set up, but we can't, like, he actually realizes like, oh, he can't really like go for the cut. Like you kind of like, it's still a good threat. I don't want to say anything about it, but we could have like just let the ball roll down and then set up a good threat like right here already.
Yeah.
So like instead of just like hitting it forward towards him, which is winning space, it's not bad. I don't want to say this is a mistake, but I do want to say that if you let this ball roll out and you just like come down with the ball, and then you just, you know, keep your eyes on your opponent, and then you try to get a touch towards the left or right. You could even, like, when he comes, like flip it towards the left. It's an immediate like touch to the left, or an immediate touch to the right, or even again a fake direction change. But that way you're set up before something happens. Now you're getting a few touches, and then in the end, like after these touches, now you're gonna have to try and rush to a setup, right? So.
Yeah. No, by the way, I appreciate you saying it's not a mistake, but let me tell you, like, I'm a perfectionist at heart, and I really want to get SSL. Like, I do have an improvement mindset, so I don't mind at all you picking over the smallest little things. It's so enjoyable hearing you, really.
I mean, I literally say that because I don't think it's like I don't think it's a huge mistake, but I do think there's improvements to be made. That's why I say, like, I actually mean it. It's not a mistake as in like, when you do this, the game is over. That's why I say, like, it's still okay, but I think it could have just been a bit more like clean, as in like this touch doesn't do too much for you. It wins a bit of space, that's why it's fine, and the ball's closer to you than to your opponent, so that's why it's fine. But especially on zero boost, you're gonna try and now catch up to the ball and make a setup, whereas you could have just calmed down and then try to make a setup in the corner when you had the ball.
I have a question.
In the beginning.
So, like, what about the situation where I collect that 12 pad and then I use it immediately and flip into the ball and flip the ball deep into his corner?
That's fine. That's winning space, winning boost and stuff. You can do that if you can find a gap past him. You know, it might end up being his ball though, but I don't know. Like, it's an option. It's an option. Like you could just try and. You could even just like push like this, sit behind the ball, push like this, drive it forward, and then when he challenges like this, you kind of just want to like pinch it out this way, like drive challenge and
yes.
block kind of. That you have a lot of options, and these options might not be like a goal for you instantly, but they will win you space. In this position with 0 boost in your own corner, any position that gets you out of this corner and wins you some boost is improving your position, in my opinion. So even just flipping it past him towards the left wall here, like let's see him wait. We grab this 12 pad. Even just like flipping it here. Yeah, even just like flipping it here, it's giveaway of possession, sure, but like he's gonna have the ball over there, and you're gonna have like 40, 50 boosts in the midfield, and then you're just gonna try and work to get the ball back. It's fine, like it works, but if you could just like, I mean, you had like 10 boosts, you could maybe kept that, maybe grab this 12 pad, and then you kind of do play it out correctly. I feel like you try to bait him in. I feel like you try to go for a fake direction change. Now, for some reason, I do feel like I should mention, I would kind of prefer you going from right to left than left to right. Because, like, right to left, like this, you're kind of always blocking goal side, whereas left to right, you're kind of, like, leaving your goal open. So I do feel like I should mention that. It's not like left to right is bad, though. Like, I'll probably do left to right as well. It's not bad, but in a, like, I don't know, like, both are okay, but right to left, I don't know, you're just kind of always blocking your goal side. I feel like that's important as well.
That's true, and he's posturing like if you'll throw
it
behind him, right? So it's even
exactly.
He's gonna be like, oh shit. He's gonna be like, oh shit.
Good mention, yeah. Most of the time when you have this position where you can hit it behind them, again, they only have 2 moves. One is to backflip challenge, which a lot of people won't do. A lot of people are very not like they're too awkward. They don't want to backflip challenge. So the next best option is to go forward, but then they have to like give up space, which is what you want, right? So if we threaten to hit towards like the left, like this, and he's in this position here, either he's gonna like full send it, and then he has to block touch here, which then you can again fake, and if he goes like this and you fake it, you can just go by him. It's a free goal. But then again, most people would just like be like, oh shit, that threat, I don't want to deal with that. So they just go back into shadowing, which gives you space, it gives you boost, it gives you
and
so it's good that you mentioned that.
Yeah, and
go
like
ahead.
Also what Abject does well when I watch him is he uses like the ball like the wall bounces like really well. Like for example, like a cut to the right midfield is not dangerous at all. Like I would be like, okay, you're gonna hit this way, I'll hit it to the side, get mid boost. But if I hit it to the wall, the ball's gonna bounce right back into a dangerous position where I can do something. So it's a lot more dangerous, and it's behind him. So it's like you're right. It's so strong to get on the right side of the ball and thread left.
Yeah, and your goal side as well, and your goal side as well. So you're not leaving. So it's actually a triple fucking. It's better to go right to left than left to right.
That's a great move in chess, or excellent move.
Chess brilliant. You play chess?
I play chess. Yeah, I actually did a chess.com Rocket League replay review on.
What's your elo?
Scribbles. Oh, horrible! Like I just started playing. I played it in September for 1 month. I got the 350 and I quit because of
350. Don't you start at like 700?
I don't know, bro. It was horrible.
Okay. I played during quarantine. I learned how to play chess by like playing IRL against my friends. Like I played a few games, learned like the basics, and then I played during quarantine. I got to like 1100, and then I felt like online playing against like random people is not that much fun. Like it's the game is fun, but if you want to get good at it, it's too much theory. Like it's too nerdy. Like it's actually too much like. Yeah. Like I mean, I was toxic as well. Like if I fucking played a good move, I'd put a skull emoji in the chat, bro. I don't give a fuck. But like at high level, it's just too much theory, too much studying. So I kind of quit. But recently, like since literally like 2-3 days, I've been just doing some chess puzzles here and there again. Like kind of just. Like...
I do them occasionally, but for me, I have no background in chess. Like literally, when I downloaded it online, that was the first time I ever played. So like I was learning the Scholar's Mate, which was hilarious to pull off, and like other stuff.
Yeah, my friend did that to me IRL, bro. Like,
bro. No. I would end the friendship after that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, it's interesting. I've been wanting to incorporate chess.com ratings into Rocket League, so I'm doing another video on it actually after this. Yeah, it's I enjoy it. Maybe we can do it together one day if you'd be down. I'll pay you too. It'll be fun.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
I didn't really pay attention, so okay. Yeah, we talked about the whole right to left shit. It's not bad, but like, you know, we lose the kickoff or we lose the 50, this is totally fine. There is this instant shot threat that I feel like you're not really aware of. Like if he just jumped and flipped it, there's again, it's a tight angle, but you kind of have to like be more like this. you're kind of just like driving towards nothing. Yeah, the ball is gonna have to pass here, so you're driving towards that line. But if the ball is faster than what you're going, he might catch you off guard. So I feel like you could have felt the intensity a bit more. But you know, he misses, he kind of passes it. But this like movement like that towards the net is better because you can also turn into the ball. Now you're just kind of like straight head on driving towards the wall. The only options you have is, you know, if the ball goes past you, it's past you, you fuck it up. If the ball like almost is past you, you might try and catch up an own goal, or you would just hit it in like here, or you know, best case scenario you still get it somewhere to the corner. But having more of a like left to right like approach is just a bit better. So this is fine. You're flipping, getting the pads, and then this is fine. This is fine. But then here, instead of like just driving straight, I would kind of just like drive towards maybe your front post a little bit. Maybe you don't want to leave a gap, right? You don't want to like over go towards the left and go towards your far post, but kind of just like in front of your front post, maybe not here either, because this leaves a gap as well. So again, in between what you're doing and like, you know, your net, kind of like even this is better than just straight towards the wall.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Gives you more space. I think I was just so upset. I was so concerned with that small boost pad grab for no reason.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I see. Yeah, no. I mean, to be fair, like the thing with this boost pad is that he can jump and shoot now. So this boost pad is kind of out of the equation anyway, because he can jump and shoot now. So if you go for the boost pad while he's shooting, you just don't reach in time. Like you don't reach the shot in time.
Yeah.
And now what happens here is he does this. You know, all of this shit happens. The shot already happened, by the way, and you didn't even get to the pad. That's why I mentioned it. Because he could have just shot it. Now this was his shot. This shot was terrible. But now what happens is, because of our shit approach, we're just driving straight forward. We hit the ball bounces back over our own head, and we're kind of like perpendicular with the ball. What I mean by that is like we're in this position kind of. If I turn towards the left like this, our turn is gonna be too like wide. Like he can just score if we turn towards the left. Same with if we turn towards the right. If I turn towards the right, the net is just totally open. So what happens is you actually cannot turn either way. Like you're forced to like cuck backwards into net because of like left and right turns are both fucked. I talked about this
axis of the ball.
Yeah. I talked about this shit earlier where you don't want to be in the middle of the net because you turn left or you turn right and you can't pick you can't pick the other side. This one's maybe even worse because you can't even turn left, you can't even turn right. You can't finish a turn either way, and it all has to do with just too much of a like. You don't try to make like a forwards going like corner. Like you don't try to clear the ball towards a corner in a forward going position. You kind of just like drive forward towards your back wall. Meaning like you don't really have a lot of options. Now again in Rocket League it wasn't over yet. You could have jumped and flipped, kept this ball like low and flipped it like up the wall. That way you would have been fine. But you didn't really react to the play like in time. What the fuck is happening, bro? Where's the player view, bro?
Yeah, that happens to me too.
Okay.
Replay bug.
Nah, I think I'm just retarded, I'll be very honest. Okay, we were SSG. So like if we like flipped here, we could have maybe like let it roll up the wall and we would be backward and stuff. That would have been fine, but like the approach was bad in general.
Yeah, I agree. So bad.
Yeah, and like yeah, you get scored on. I don't even think the save is like the main problem. I think it's like the approach and like just this shit. Like if you went more like this, this is just way easier than to go like this, right?
Do you think I have a very strong like magnetism to the ball? Like I don't use space properly. I just kind of go to the ball too much.
Maybe. I haven't seen that like every time yet to be able to like make that like assumption or something. It might have happened a few times so far, but I haven't watched you like enough to be able to say that like or something like that. And yeah, like I mean the save is still savable as well. I do want to say like, you know, jumping here is fine. And then like you don't want to like the more you angle your car upwards, the less you kind of want to backflip. Like if you want to backflip, you kind of want to just be more like a bit straight, because like if you go more up and then you backflip, you might actually like you're gonna backflip out of your ass, right? So your ass is pointing this way, it's fine. But the more you go up, the more your ass is gonna go this way, so that like you're not even going this way. You want to go this way, right? So if you want to backflip, you kind of have to like not put your car as vertical. Or the other option is to put your car past vertical and then front flip, right? So you can challenge forwards again, but then you have to put your front of the car, instead of like going forwards, you have to like pull it past vertical back into the ball. So that's one way, and the other way is to just you can challenge backwards, but then not be as vertical. So because like now you kind of like you're like very vertical, and now you backflip, and look, you actually are going this way. So you don't have a lot of power going into the save. Now you don't mess it up completely, like you save it, but it's like there's no power on the save. Like you can see which way you're going. Like we backflip now, and the backflip takes us here. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's something to think about. Like it's just micro adjustments. So like because the spree jump is fine. Even backflipping here is fine. Like diagonal back right flip, so you kind of flip this way, it's fine. But you kind of tilt your car too far up, and now when we backflip, we kind of go with the ball towards the net, kind of.
We too, right? Yeah, I don't know about that cancel.
Yeah, I think it's just the momentum. Like you go with the ball towards the net. You don't really go into the ball to save it. You kind of just go with the ball. Yeah. Okay, decent kickoff. Nothing bad. Your opponent has done the same kickoff like 3 times though. So again, if I notice this, I would do the again 3 options: the wave dash kickoff, or the opposite side, more on the opposite than your opponent, and flip towards the left. Or what you can do is be on the same side as your opponent, and then flip towards the same side. So now you're on the more opposite side than your opponent, but it's on the wrong side, because like what happens on this kickoff is you're both flipping towards this side, but since he's closer to that side, he's just gonna win the boost race and everything.
Yeah.
Right. So you either want to be more on the infield than him and flip towards the same side, or you want to be more on the opposite side but actually be on the opposite side as well, and then flip towards the opposite side. That way you win. You crushingly win the ball towards the left. Because if you want to flip it towards the same side, you kind of want to be more on the same side as to where you're going.
Yeah.
Just experiment with it. Wave dash kickoff kind of neutralizes it all and shit. That shit's just strong as fuck.
I think if you see my gameplay again, I'm just gonna be doing the wave dash every time. The wave dash, and then just.
You should try it. I mean, yeah. To be fair, at first you might get scored on because like you just kind of have to try, and it's kind of hard. But as soon as you can neutralize the ball and then use that wave dash to continue the play, it's so strong. You will win like 80% of kickoffs.
Yeah,
like
he saves boost, right? He saves boost.
Yeah.
10 or how much? Yeah, I forgot.
I mean, you might still use all the boosts, or you might have a little bit left, but like the difference is like most of the time you win the first boost pad, because like let's say you neutralize the kickoff, but then because you have a wave dash, you can either bump him off, or you can just win the race to the small boost or the big boost. So that's why it's so strong. I like these challenges you're having. Like every single time that your opponent was like taking time and coming down a wall, you just rush. And I love it because he had no options. Like these challenges are actually really good. Why? Because a beat, like a free beat, is always good. You don't want to just turn back and defend now and he could bump you and stuff. Like this is really good. Like you actually just always want to go for a beat when you have a free beat. I love this as well. Now I don't love that, but I love this. I love this because there is a shot threat here, and maybe Fairy Peak would jump and boom this ball, shoot it top corner, and that's a goal. You could try and go for that as well if you want to. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to, but at least threaten it. And by jumping, look at this. You jump, and he's like, fuck, and he's going to go back. Yeah. He's going to go back, and now you basically won a free ball, right? Now you don't want to be too close. You don't want... This landing is fine, but now since he's going back, you have basically time until he turns and comes back, so that's like half a second at least. So within that half a second, try to set up. Like, what can we do? If I have time, you can get a setup touch like this, and then go towards the left side of the ball. Maybe hook shot it, or bounce dribble, or you could even dribble it and see what he does. And once he turns, you can try and do something. But you don't now just want to. I think you try to go for like an aerial like setup, like one touch in the air. Yeah. So that works if you're confident you can do it like 9 out of 10 times. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you don't do that shit because it's good. If you can do it, like it's good, right? If you get a good touch here and the ball goes here and you follow it up, you try and go for a reset or a delayed touch or a bump on him. All those options work very well. So it's good that you went for it. Now you don't really succeed, but because like you still kind of have like, you know, after this first touch you still get somewhat of a touch, so he just turns back, right? You get this touch, he could have jumped, but he didn't really have boost, so he just turns back, so you're still fine. Here you could have shot this. You don't have to shoot this, but depending on how good your opponent is, sometimes it's just good to go for shots, even though they might not be great. Because if you shoot, he's gonna go for a save. He's gonna land somewhere shambles. You can, you know, either shoot again off of the rebound or just grab boost and come back or go for a bump. So sometimes you kind of want to try it out on different opponents. Is my opponent good enough? Sometimes you just want to shoot. It just puts pressure. There, same thing. Like you could have just went for a flick. Like just you know, it might not be perfect. It might not be a textbook play, but like let him save it then and then play on, right? Because if you're not gonna do anything, then you're not doing anything. So like here,
50, but yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah, even like double jumping here. By the way, as soon as he reverses, the net is open. This is something you want to know as well.
Yeah.
You might not be paying attention to him, but you know all of this bullshit is happening, and then like as soon as he's driving towards his net still, but now he reversed right here, this moment. That's if you can keep your eye on your opponent and you see that moment, this is when you just double jump into the ball. And if you don't get enough power, yeah, he might save it, or if he hit it too high, it might not be in. But at least be aware of that moment where he reverses the flick or double jump or anything, and it's in. Nice, good touch, just hit it back.
He did a fake reverse, right? I'm just looking. Looks like he back.
Yeah, he did. But still, like as soon as he reverses, he's not covering his net. So like here, if he just flicked here, he's just totally going the wrong way. Like his net is over here, and if he just shot right at this moment, it's in, right?
Yep.
So. Oh wait. It's good touch back. You do want to be careful because you know if you went for a boost, he actually reaches before you, so you get another touch. It's again better to kind of just like bring it with you. Best case scenario is to actually bring it with you all the way to like this. This is the only way to control fully. It is a bit awkward. I don't mind. I don't like mind the touch that you get, but demo threat here as well. It just makes it more awkward for you. If you could have gotten it more like with you, so like this happens and then he goes for boost. Maybe this flip again fucks you up. I think you just have the tendency to like over flip in situations when you don't need to.
Yeah,
like this flip is fine. I mean, this flip is actually not even that bad. You're on 0. You kind of needed speed. You're flipping towards the pad.
Any other way, right?
Yeah. So maybe a bit of zap dash, but again, it's mechanical. We're not like I'm not. Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna tell someone to have to zap dash to get better. That's not correct.
Did you know you invented the zap dash? Did you know that?
Well, I wouldn't say I invented it. There's a fucking popular clip though of like me mocking a kickoff. Yeah, but like, yeah, that shit's funny. All right, like it's all fine. Like you get the pad and stuff. I would maybe try and like go maybe like this, but then maybe he goes for a demo. Like it's fine. It's fine. You could maybe hit the ball in a way where it would bounce more up instead of more out, because you kind of hit like if you hit the ball a little bit lower. I almost drew a dick, bro. If you hit the ball a little lower, it would go up, but you kind of hit the ball like up here, so it kind of bounces out. Again, it's not even bad. It comes back to you. All you have to be aware of is this demo threat. Now, how do we avoid this demo threat? That's actually the way to go. You stop going. You fake your movement, right? So you know if you're driving like this and someone is driving into you like this. You just go forward and then you stop. So on the walls, it's kind of the same. Most of the time, either you jump or you have some L2 movement where you stop. So we're going like this. And instead of like going up towards the ball, I should probably play the fucking sequence. So, you know, the ball is going to be like over there. So instead of driving there, we like go like this. And then you kind of like, it's not fully L2 because it's on the wall. You kind of slip off the wall. It's more like a driving left and right. If you drive right, you're going up the wall. And if you drive left, you're just like going down or staying on the same level. And instead of going for the ball and going up, you kind of just wait it out, right? So you actually, your demo awareness is better than, I've seen people in GC who have like 0 demo awareness. Yeah. Like every time the opponent is behind them, they will just forget about the opponent and stuff like that. Like actually, like your demo awareness is very good. Like even in this position when this guy's fully charging towards them, I've seen people would just like forget about this guy who's literally coming to steal everything you have, your wife, your money, your kids, your everything. So your demo awareness is actually very good. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Good bumps, good pads, grabs, and now he makes the same mistake as what you did in your corner. He doesn't cleanly bring this ball all the way back, laps it around 14 times. He basically gives up the ball because he doesn't know what to do, and now it's yours, right? Now he could grab this boost and full charge at you, sure, but then you just have to be ready for it, right? How can we be ready for that? You can follow the ball, and as soon as he turns upfield, you can hit this ball down off of the wall, or you can go from left like this and then hit the ball off the wall and follow it into the net. So two options. Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't watched this replay, like I said, but in my mind, I think the play here is to touch it with my left nose to like corner wall and have it bounce out really quick. But I think
you could, but I think the ball has too much momentum away from you. Because like you can probably do it though. If you get like here, the ball rolls here, you can kind of make this angle here, hit here. That's if you can do it, that's a good option. Yeah, the ball bounces back and you shoot. You don't even have to shoot. Sometimes even threatening the shot and then just catching it, like it's kind of like a fake. They might pre-jump a save. Mm-hmm. If you can do that, that's a very good option. Since the ball has a lot of momentum towards the wall, I don't know if you could reach it comfortably. But you probably could have, yeah, like this. But
yeah.
Let's see, the ball is almost already here on the wall. Like even now though, you could have done it now, but
it took too much time there for no reason. Yeah.
I mean, you could have done it. You don't have to, but that's an option, yeah. Hitting a corner wall and threatening a shot, that's a very good option. Now, this is the moment where you have to just have your eyes on the opponent, and as soon as he turns like this, you want to go for a threat. So an outplay or a fake outplay. So, again, left to right going up the wall, right to left going down the wall. That's basically the two options you have. You don't want to hit it forward because that's just a 50. So those are the options that you have. And if he doesn't go, if he doesn't challenge, you have a free ball, right? So this happens. You went from left to right, basically going from low to up. So if he challenged, you would have tried to hit it over him, but he doesn't go, and now we have a free ball, right? So, and then that's the next mistake that a lot of people make is they will try and control a ball, but then like in the end you still have to keep your eyes on your opponent. This ball's coming down, and he now has kind of like turned into us. So we could have gotten a touch here. Yeah, we could have gotten a small touch here. I wouldn't shoot this instantly because he's still kind of pointing down. You only want to go for like huge outplays if his car was like front of the car was really like pointing like upfield. He could still turn back. So I would get like a soft touch and then see what he does. Maybe a soft touch, and then if you see he's coming, you would then jump and then flick or try to shoot it or something. But if you let this ball fully drop, now we can't even see him. He could be coming at us right now. Yeah, we can only kind of 50 at this point, and we I don't even think you made contact there. No. It kind of looks like it.
I was trying to fake a hit up and then drop it, but yeah.
Yeah. I like this like taking time though, but as soon as like I see him like kind of half turn here, I would probably just get like a touch here at least, like somewhere here. Yeah. So if he goes, we get something, and if he doesn't go, the play isn't over. You don't lose the game here if you get a touch and he doesn't go. You can get a touch and then try to bump him. You can get a touch and see what he does. He might flip the ball back into the corner, and you just turn around and try again, right? The game doesn't end when you misread your opponent once, right? You also get information by trying to do it. Like by trying to do something here, you get information on his tendencies and what he likes to do in this position, which you can use in the rest of the game as well. But yeah, then here when you kind of want to go for a block, you really have to stay kind of like goal side, or you could even just dip and fuck off immediately. But staying on the right side of the ball, like again, it's just the threat of pinching it into your own net.
Yeah.
So kind of two options. I think the highest level player would kind of like do both at the same time. So that's like fucking off, but also getting a 50 while fucking off. So it's like a drive challenge, but you're going back. So you're going back, but then when he hits it, you kind of time it so that while you're going back, you kind of 50 it while going back, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So if the ball goes here, you can still, while going back, like kind of turn upfield. And if the ball is just lost back, you just go back with the ball. But as long as you're not on the right side of the ball, anywhere on this side is just very risky. I've seen this pinch goal so many times already. Like, it's the only goal. Nice. This is a good demo threat. Again, this flip that you do now is very bad. Like, you were right here, the ball is right here, you're both supersonic. There's a after this ball comes to you, you could single jump it into this corner and then flip to the corner. You could go for a demo. There's a lot of things you can do. At least when you're supersonic, try not to like flip too much. Nice challenge. Because he won the boost anyway. Because of this flip, he wins his boost anyway. But by doing this, you just get the ball out of your corner quick. We have a lot of threats. And notice how this time, at least, we're not... Yeah. Notice how this time, at least, you're fighting for it. Like, last time we saw you avoid a demo threat, and then you kind of just stopped right here. This time, you're really fighting for a demo. You're fighting for boost. You're fighting... You don't get it, but it's a lot of pressure. And I think it's, again, like... You seem to have, like, the tendency of, like... So, like, the car is right here, and it's going this way. Wait, let's do it like this. The car is going, like, here, and it's going this way. You're going like this, and the further these lines go, you at the end, I feel like you try to go for the demo too early or something. Like, we saw it on the opposite side here as well, in this position here, when he had a free shot. He was, like, right here. The ball was, like, right here. And we were coming like this. And instead of, like, following where the play was going like this and then trying to get the demo at the end, when it's, like, when the demo is in reach, you kind of went for, like, the demo like this. And then the play just, like, develops past you. Like it kind of just goes, like, I don't know. You're kind of, like, in the end, you're too late or something. You, like, instead of, if you went, like, more, like, forward, I don't know if you would have reached technically, but you kind of just go behind him a little bit too early. Like, you kind of just cut into the demo a bit too early.
Yeah, and I'm just sniffing his butt.
Yeah, basically, you're just enjoying your time over there. Maybe you wouldn't have reached, though. It's very close, but I'm not sure, because he was supersonic. He got the boost and everything. Nice. That's a fake challenge in and out. Is that how you say it? In and out of itself or some shit? How do you say that shit? I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know either, bro. Forget about it. But to be fair, this is enough. Like, you don't want to... You can grab this pad and go back, but you don't want to grab this pad and then go like this, because as soon as you go past this point, you're not even fake challenging anymore. You're just, like, leaving your net open.
You know what I need to do?
Yeah.
You know what you need to set up for me? I need to play
What?
Fairy Peak, bro, because there's so many times.
Yeah, I mean,
if I
he's
play
gonna
someone
shit
like
on you,
Fairy
bro.
Peak, I know he will shit on me, but, like, there'll be so many times where I'm like, how the fuck? How is that a goal? Like, I thought I didn't do anything wrong.
To be fair, if you play ones, like, you will play better people, like, over time anyway. Like, you're not gonna play Fairy Peak, but, like, you might play some Smurfs, or you might just, like, if you played for a month straight, you play, like, 1 hour of ones a day, like, you're gonna play some people that are actually gonna punish you.
You would do the same thing that Fairy Peak would do. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, like, this is, like...
right? If that was you on the
Yeah,
ball,
I mean,
supersonic,
from his POV, I would be scared now, but as soon as I see this, I would just go for the ball now. Yeah, and then you turn back, and this is not even a fake challenge anymore. This is, I literally have committed. I have challenged, but I don't... Yeah, I don't even challenge anymore, but I've committed, though. Like...
Yeah.
So, like, everything is fine, and then when you grab this pad, you don't gain anything in this part of the map anymore. Like, this is it, and now we cover what comes next. Now, of course, if he doesn't shoot, you don't want to just go back to your net. You do want to kind of just, like, try it again, or, like, go for a drive challenge, or go for a bump, or a real challenge or something. But okay, he goes on the wall. So, a lot of people have they struggle with aerial defense, and to be fair, in this position, all you had to do was cover your net, and you would have been fine. So you might say, oh, but I am covering my net, right? But yeah, you're covering your net, but you don't have momentum towards your net, like, fully. Like, when I say have cover your net, it means to try and save a shot on goal line at the last possible moment the ball can be before it's in. So that's, like, you want to try and get a save here. You don't want to try and get a save here, because the ball is going this way anyway. It's going to go into your net. And if you try and hit the ball earlier, like before, for example, like right here, you just have less space and time to react to it, right? The ball's going to come in. You're going to try and hit it here. But if you try to hit it here, it might look scarier, but you actually help yourself because you have more time and space to save it. So your angle isn't even wrong. I just think you didn't have enough speed to go towards your goal line, really.
I see what you're saying. I feel like I'm very concerned with, like, them dropping it for a fake or just messing up the reset, because that happens a lot in rank, you know?
Yeah, of course, because your opponents aren't, like, consistent in like actually getting a good shot. But if like he fakes it or if he messes up, you could always like, I mean, you could have gone backboard as well, but then you can get faked and stuff. So I get the. I also do want to give a tip after this, but I feel like if you went like if you boosted a bit here, like towards your net with some like a little bit more intensity, like if he gets a good shot, we can have a little bit of momentum and then try and save it on goal line. You would have been able to save it. But also I feel like there's two things I want to mention. One is, how do I go back? One is that you should have been more like towards like your backboard type, like you more towards the goal line, like here already.
Yeah.
So like you're positioned like this, but it's better to be positioned like this because like again it's the whole principle of like closer to your goal line. It doesn't seem like a lot, but the difference between this save and this save is actually a lot.
You're
Like
so
you're
right.
going
You're so
you're going you're going for this save and like you're angled towards your own net, so sometimes you'll own goal. But whereas if you're right here and you go for the save, it's just an easier save. You have a bit more time to react, but the angle is also just better. It's harder to own goal. Again, you could even be backboard, but again, if you go backward, sometimes they will just not shoot and take time.
Yeah.
Now there's one extra tip that I want to give, and that is when someone goes up into the air. Why the fuck is it on slow mo? When someone goes up into the air like this, and you just have downtime, you're basically waiting for them to do something. We saw you do it earlier off of the ceiling, so that you went for like a ceiling fake challenge. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to just jump up and not like, it's just a fake jump, right? So instead of flipping back here, for example, when he does this, you could have double jumped right here, double jump, and then just come down. Like you will be in the same pathing as what you are right now. But that way, when your opponent, most people play with audio, he even sees you. He's doing all of this shit, and meanwhile you're now double jumping. He might just like get one touch forward, and instead of going for a reset, he might just get another touch forward, or his first touch might be bad because he gets pressured. He thinks he has to get a hard touch over you. These things, like just fake challenging, fake double jumping, and stuff like that, can get rid of his offensive play at once, like instantly, because he thinks he might have to go for an outplay touch, and if he does that and you're just back on the ground, it's basically a fake challenge in the air. And I don't see a lot of people like do it that much, because like he goes in the air, you backflip, even this flip back is fine, but even like double jumping here, like even just double jumping here, even just single jumping here, just jumping here and then just landing, it can make him not go for a reset, but it can make him maybe just get one or two touches in the air because he thinks you're going, right?
That's a good point.
So fake challenging in the air. Yeah. No, I mean, people have audio. People like, he always has vision on you. Now, it's not like it works every time. I'll give it to you. Like, yeah, sometimes this guy's just in his own head. He maybe would have done the same play, exact same play, but the way you should be fake jumping and stuff is like if you fake jump here, like if I'm in this position, right, and this is happening, I have ball cam on, but I'm in this position. I fake jump here, maybe double jump, and then just come down. I'm in the same exact position as what you are right now, as long as you don't backflip or mess up, right? But yeah, you can basically like fake jump even here before, or like even here, single jump, and then you're just trying to apply some pressure so that your opponent doesn't feel like he has all the time in the world. That's all you're trying to do.
You're right, because like if someone's in the air and they even see, like, first of all, they have sound cues obviously, but like if I'm in the air and I even see like a boost trail somewhere in my peripheral vision,
you think you have to beat,
so you're right, like any movement really freaks them out.
And then like in terms of, like for the save, you just really want to be the difference between this and this is huge. Like this is just a way better approach than this kind of.
Yeah.
That's just the two main things.
And kickoff goal.
Yeah.
Flip,
I mean, yeah.
That's tough. That's tough to watch. Come on, Nick.
Early flip, but like that's not even the problem, because like the whole point of a fake kickoff is to get them to shoot and then to like get them to hit it and then to save it, right? Which is, he actually still shoots. Like this kickoff is fine for you. Yes, he might read your like fake kickoff, and he doesn't get faked by it. But him shooting isn't even bad for you. But you just like, you kind of have to just like anticipate a touch into your net or like a touch into your corner, and you just turn upfield while he's doing it, and then he just shoots.
And another thing, like on a more macro level, this guy's been reading me all game. like I should have realized that. It's seriously like he has. And this guy, honestly, this guy's pretty smart even for this rank. So like I feel like I should have been more respectful of him.
Yeah, to be fair, this guy we haven't seen him play too stupid or anything. Yeah, he hasn't played too well either. I don't think he has played too well, but we just missed out in the early game. We had like a few chances where we like could have won the boost or we could have went for a demo, but we had some missed winning opportunities. And then I mean he had one reset goal that could have been saved. But other than that, I don't think this guy's played too well either. It's just he had 2 kickoff goals.
3
And
actually,
one
looking
reset
at
goal.
yeah,
See?
3
Wow, that's sad, yeah.
overall, yeah.
So again, he's just we're on the same side. He's just more on the infield.
Yep. I see that. Yeah.
And that's why he's just kind of more on that side of the where the ball is going. That's kind of just all that it is. Now, of course, this again, Rocket League is not like, oh, you do this and you will win it every time. There's timing, there's angles, there's momentum, there's just a lot of factors. But that's kind of what's happening there. Okay, now he kind of messes up. He might get another touch, or he might go for a bump.
I could have been there and then had a free goal at the end. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing you can do here is to kind of just like, I do like waiting it out. So if he gets a touch, he will go to wherever he touches it. But if he goes in front of the ball and goes for the bump, all you kind of have to do is kind of just drive past the bump. So you can't go straight. If you go straight, and especially if you jump, you go into him. If you go straight and you don't jump, he might land on you. So that's still kind of risky. The best thing you could have done is kind of go out of the way and then into the ball.
Yeah.
So that, if you go straight, he hits you. And if you go out of the way, he kind of lands here. You kind of dodge him, and then you go for the ball.
That's crazy. I can't even calculate where he's like falling into. It's like I guess I don't.
Yeah,
I don't get.
He's kind of
depth perception.
He's kind of just going anywhere here, so you kind of have to like go like this.
Yeah.
But jumping, like even if you went straight for the ball but you didn't jump, not jumping gives you more of a chance to survive this because like as soon as you jump, you kind of just bring your hitbox more into the air, and he's into the air. So like, you're kind of just jumping into him.
Yeah.
You could even break here. Maybe that's an option as well. So if he goes past you, you wait it out. But I think you can just beat him. That's why going around him and fast forward is good. But even breaking here and then letting him land, letting him go for the bump and making him miss the bump, and then he goes like this back to defend, and then you shoot. That's an option as well.
That's what I was thinking.
But I think
breaking. Yeah.
Yeah, breaking is an option, but I do think you might give him a chance still. Whereas beating him like this, but not going into him, I think that's the best. But breaking is not. I think breaking is better than just hauling at it, like hauling ass at that shit and just trying some shit. Like, nice, good touch. Nice, you just let him touch. The corner boost is not there. It spawns now.
Yeah, I should have realized that. This is bad.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I mean, did it not spawn or are we tripping? Did you miss it or you didn't go for it?
Replay bug.
It could be a replay bug, yeah. Because
ooh, I don't know.
Oh wait, let's go back a bit more because we grab it here. Let's go back, yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't spawn. I just had unlucky timing, or I didn't realize the timing. Yeah. I even looked, and I still.
Yeah. No, I mean, in this position, because he's not putting pressure, he's also going for boost. You could have waited on this boost, and you kind of want to angle yourself so that you're making it easy for yourself as well. So you're looking, it's not there, but you know it's about to spawn soon, right? So instead of driving like this, okay, so I should say this. The best approach that we can have is a forward going approach to the ball, so we're not too passive. If we go like this and we turn this way, we've given up the ball, which you don't want to do. It's too passive, right? So we want to be able to turn like this into the ball, right? Because this is more aggressive. It's more active. I shouldn't even say aggressive. It's more active. But the thing is, we don't want to do this and then have the boost not spawn, and then we're active but we don't have boost, which is kind of what we do here. We go for the boost. It's not there. At least we're active though. But what we could have done is instead of driving like this, kind of just be like, oh, I have Balcam on. He's going for boost. I have a second or so. So instead of driving like this, you kind of just want to make a wider turn so that you kind of just give yourself a bit more time for this boost to spawn, and you're still active. But now you're just going there, like kind of preemptively, like you're kind of there too early. so that the boost spawns like 0.3 seconds later, but you just haven't given yourself this like 0.3 seconds extra. You can just create it by just not going straight, but by just going like this. And then, you know, while you're doing this, you'll be here right now. You can even sit on it a bit because you have vision. You only kind of have to go for and fight for the ball if he's fighting for it. If he's not fighting for it, you can sit here, win this boost, and then fight for it. He's also backwards and shit, so... Yeah, you could have been in this position with 100 boosts and fighting for the ball, but we miss out on the boost, and we don't sit on the boost, and now we're fighting for the ball, but with 16 boosts, right?
It's painful to see that spawn right there. Painful.
Yeah, winning the interaction there is good. You get the boost as well. So you actually, again, that's what I said. Rocket League is not like you have to do this or you have to do that. You can get away. It's very flexible, creative, unique. So like you can get away with, I will call it a mistake. You can get away with small mistakes like this, but it's just better to have 100 boosts and a clean position. Okay, nice. We get the boost. We could have gone demo there. It was very close. To be fair, I think hitting the ball up on the wall here, it's the same concept as when I said like back in defense here. We had the ball going back into her net, into her corner, and you hit it towards like the sidewall. And I said you should have probably just brought it with you all the way. And this is kind of the same concept, but in offense, where now you go for a fake, but it's better to just have control all the way. So the fake could work. Wait, the fake already happened. The fake could work, but the better play is to just hit it up the wall and then stay with the ball and then see what you can do. Maybe just bump him off. But this is where you would use like your mechanics, or like you would jump off the wall with the ball and then try to single jump, flip, delay, shot it in, or like again hit it up the wall and literally just go for a bump is the easiest way, non-mechanical way to win the interaction.
Because in my mind, I guess I don't have enough awareness because I feel like he's closer than he really is. I'm imagining Ghost.
Yeah. I mean, it's because he's this close, probably, and then you think he's like gonna insta turn with you or something. Like I don't know.
Screen, he, like when a player's off screen, I think they're like basically Drawley. Like that's how
they're
acting.
Some players in GC literally are though. They're like they will catch you off guard and shit. Again, what's your rear view bound to?
It's just tap right stick.
Okay, so even in this position, a quick little rear view, like just this and this, just the nameplate, like. Sometimes you will see if he's like boosting or not, or how close he is. Because if he's going for the ball, you will see it when you press rear view. Like he will do this and he will be like boosting and shit. Now you can see he's kind of far away. He's not boosting, and that could kind of tell you like maybe in this position you don't really have time to use it unless you like use it very quickly. Like after your turn, like right here you could use it like quickly, and you would probably see, oh, he's behind me, he's not boosting, and you're fine. But even if he is fully coming for you, like just hitting this ball up the wall like this and just following it, you will have vision as well after you will hit the ball like this and you have ball cam on, and then your vision will be this, and he will just follow you on the wall, and then you can even come down the wall all the way. You don't even have to hit it, but I would say get a touch into a follow up, or get a bump, or just let it come down and control. The fake actually is nice. Like it's a nice try. It just isn't that forcing. And that's just in, right? Yeah. So this is like the first attempt at a goal we've seen you make in like 3 minutes, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because like your offense has been like, we've seen some good like defensive maneuvers, like some good fake direction changes or like real direction changes. But in offense, we had like a shot possibility here. We had a flick option here, but other than that, we haven't really seen you like try and like do a lot. This is like your first like actual threat at a goal, I feel like.
Yeah, he's done a good job, I think, of baiting me into his corner with low boost while he gets corner boost, and like he just dies right there.
Yeah. He's doing a good job, or you're not doing a good enough job, because that one time was okay. So again, like he's doing the same kickoff. And this time you're more on the infield, like he's like right here. You're more on the infield, but the problem is you're doing more of the right to left kickoff. And it's like if you want to do right to left again, more on the opposite side, you have to be here, flipping towards the left. That way you win the ball towards the left. If you're doing the same side shit, you want to be flipping towards the same side. So your positioning was fine. Well, you actually did flip towards the right. Let me
It wasn't like clean. I don't know if it was diagonal or side. Let's see.
No, I think it was diagonal, and he side flips. I think that's why he has more momentum towards
Yeah.
his side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's also something to pay attention to. I mean, this position is fine though, like, but his kickoffs have just been stronger.
Don't give that space.
Ooh.
That was dumb.
That's a great save. That's a great save. And again, like a fake jump, like somewhere around, like you to be fair, when you see this touch after this bounce that goes high up into the air, you kind of want to hold this. You don't want to like push up and turn back because you kind of want to be forward going in case he messes up, in case he gets a heavy touch into the air that you can reach. You want to be able to be forward. If you turn back, you're defending.
Yeah.
So all this, like as soon as he gets that touch, all that extra movement upfield. So he gets that touch, this touch, you should have held here. And all this extra movement upfield is bad because, like, you don't know what's coming yet. He's coming to you anyway. Like, he's coming fast-paced. That's what this touch is telling you most of the time. And if he's not, then you push up after you see he's not. But once he gets to the... Yeah, I mean, he could take his time, but, like, good players and shit, they will just go in the air and they will try to do like, make an airplay and stuff. And the more you push up, the more chance there is for you to, like, you're forcing yourself to have to go back, right? And now you're kind of just defending. Even here in this position, again, fake jump, fake double jump, anything. Because if you double jump now, he might just, like, get one touch using all his boosts and just shoot it. It's just going to be a weak shot, easy to save. But if you're just going to go back, you're just telling him, oh, like, I'm not coming, you can do something. He gets a decent shot. You get a good save, though. Like, actually a really good save. Let's hope you don't panic flip. Nice. This is what I wanted you to do on those first few, like, in the first, like, 20 seconds, we had, like, you flipped twice while I said you could just control the ball and shit. Now you just control the ball and it's just free.
I'm back in it.
I don't know if you remember. Yeah, the comeback is real. Okay, nice. Your opponent doesn't even flip. This should be a goal. Nice. I feel like you almost jumped too late.
Yeah, it looked weird.
Like,
not look clean at all. Yeah.
Do you have audio on right now, at least? Or no? Like, in-game audio?
Like while I was playing this game, like actual game.
No, like right now.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I know.
I do. I hear it.
Okay, because you don't have it on while playing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but you have it on right now, so you can hear this guy, like, you can hear him flip there, and he's like very close to you when you're jumping. So to avoid the demo, you kind of just want to jump like right now already. Now it's close, but you know it's fine. You're in time, but with audio, like, you could hear this guy flip, and then he's pretty close. I mean, you jump on time. I don't want to nitpick at anything. It's good. It's good. You do what you have to do.
In my view, if he demoed me there, like, he can have it. Like, I need to...
No, that's not the mindset.
Because
so,
I would have spawned back, I would have got boosted.
Yeah, but no, it is that bad. It's an open net. It's a goal for you, so, like, you have to, like, jump early enough so that you don't get demoed. That's
I see
what I
you're
wanted to do.
I thought you meant dodge, like, the... Okay, I see.
Yeah, you have to, like... Yeah, the net was open, and if you wait too long and he demos you, then you miss out on the open net. That's all what I was going for.
Okay.
So on this guy's kickoff, like, literally he's been doing the same kickoff over and over again. So I want you to try this, like, if he's going on the left side of the ball, if you notice it the first time, do it on the second, try it on the second kickoff, but go, like, more on the outside, on the opposite side, and flip towards, like, the infield. So, like, every time he was doing this kickoff, you could have been, like, right here blocking his hit, going towards the left. And I'm pretty sure if you get it down, you will win the kickoff towards the left. Because you actually do a WAVEDASH kickoff here. That's nice. But he just keeps winning this kickoff because he's further on the outside. Like, he's more going from right to left, and you're kind of hitting the middle towards, like, the right. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. You're ready now, right? You're here. You good? Yeah. Nah, I'm good. So this challenge moment isn't even bad. Everything is fine. This approach is totally fine. But in a millisecond from now, you're not gonna fly like this anymore. You're gonna fly like this, and this is bad because you're playing the game now as if the ball is here and it's just like staying here and you're going for a perfect hit on the ball. Whereas you had to fly a bit like this, and then if he doesn't hit it, then you go for the ball, but only when you're close enough to hit the ball. And if he hits it, then you're fine. You go for where he hits it to. But if I play this clip now, you can see that you still went for the ball where it was, and now he gets a hit, and then you try to adapt. Like it's like you're kind of like, it's kind of like with the demo as well, where you have the car here, you're here somewhere, and then you go for the demo here, but the play like still develops, and then you're too late, if that makes sense. And now the ball was like here, you were here, or you're here, you're the square, and you go for the ball, but the play develops, and then you're too late. You kind of want to play in a way where you cover the possible like development, but not like you don't want to fully go here either, right? There's a balance, which might be kind of hard at first, but like you're very close to it. Like it's not like it's a huge change. It's just like, well, how the fuck do I get to play? Maybe you just need to put more. Yeah, maybe just put a little bit more thought behind it instead of like, because like this game might be played on autopilot. I don't know, like, or it, yeah. Because like it's not like, yeah, because like this is perfect like SSL positioning. Like Drali would do this shit as well. Like, but then when he jumps, he doesn't just like go for this ball and forget the fact that the player could just touch it, right? So this is fine. This is fine. The jump is fine. But then when he gets this touch, you just have to be ready for it and be able to go to where that touch is going. Instead of like even this trajectory is perfect, but then at the end, like right now, you kind of just like see that little adjustment there where you went down. I'll go back to it and show it again. That little adjustment to like not like going forward right here. This is fine. This is fine. But this little downwards adjustment right here that you just made there, that's what a lot like now you have to go back up and now you don't reach it. That double jump is actually very nice. Like you actually use your like second double jump to like still try and reach it, but it's just hard because you're just trying to reverse momentum twice. Like you're going forward and then you're going down and then you're trying to go back there. Like it's hard. You can, all you have to do is just hold this momentum and fly with this potential touch. And if the touch doesn't come, then you adapt to what you see eventually. But you don't want to, fly like this, then fly towards the ball, and then the touch happens, and then like this. You're kind of just like in between. It's very close, so you almost like had a good recovery. This guy just, his diagonal kickoffs are fucking terrible. Like last diagonal kickoff, he didn't even flip. This diagonal kickoff, he's under the ball. Like I just think he's messing it up. Yeah. Oh, I like that. We haven't seen that from you. I like that. You missed it out. You missed though, but that's like a good attempt. You jump kind of early here. Now he doesn't really have boost, so most players wouldn't go, but he just drones. Yeah, he just drones and autopilots. But a good player would like pay attention to you. I have ball cam on, and then a good player would like, you're falling down, and a good player would actually challenge upfield here. Like he would actually disrespect you even harder because like you're kind of telling him you're coming down. This guy just kind of drones out, autopilots towards boost. He could have just also sent it like here, but this guy's he hasn't been too aggressive, so it's like a tendency of this guy. He hasn't really challenged a lot. He's kind of played fake challenges a lot, but he stays close after fake challenge. Like he will fake challenge and then maybe go for a backwards challenge. So again, he fake challenges and stays close. He's playing like, this is just shadowing close, and then he might go. He doesn't go. And again, like we could have seen a flick or something here, but I don't mind you not going for flicks. But I'm just saying, like if you just flicked it here, it could be in. Or you go, double jump into a bump like we saw you do earlier. They're just very strong. Because like infinite fakes, like against a player that is not like this player doesn't play on speed. He doesn't play aggressive. He plays pretty principled. He's pretty aware of fakes. He's pretty like this and that. So what you want to do against these players is sometimes go for the flick, sometimes go for the shot. Why? Because then you can play mix-ups. If you only play fakes and he just covers the fake, nothing happens. But if you only play fakes and then one time go for a flick and he doesn't expect it, then it's a goal or something, right? And then the next play, when you go for a fake again, the fake is more like he might believe in it more, like, because you just went for a real shot, right? We haven't seen you shoot or flick once this whole game, right? So he kind of just covers the fake more than the flick or anything, right? So it's good to play mix-ups as well. I actually really like the demo threat. Really keep your eye on your opponent and really steer to wherever you're needed. Like, you kind of just want to get behind him and just like get him, right? It's very close. It's just a little adjustment to the right, and it's a demo. Yeah, I swear to God, I don't think I've seen someone be this close to a bumper demo in one game. Like you've been inside him, inside his tire, almost inside his ass. No, hey, pause. You've been inside his ass, like, but then like sniffing it only like 5 times already this game. But this is just like a small input towards the right, and he would have been probably demoed, but at least bumped. And to be fair, it's not over yet until you've given him too much space. Like, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. But now what are his options? His options are 1, to go for the back boost, 2, to go for midfield, right? You don't want to cover midfield and go midfield too early, because then you leave this open. You kind of want to linger around here like what he does. Every time he fake challenges, he stays around. I don't know if you've seen, but he kind of just stays around here and adapts to where he's needed. So he does that that's something that's good that your opponent does that you can learn from, is that, you know, you kind of just stay a fake challenge, and then you kind of just want to stay around now. And if he goes there, you kind of want to cut him off and beat him to it, if that makes sense. So like this, as soon as he starts boosting now, he's kind of told you what he wants to do now. So you kind of want to just beat him to the corner boost. You kind of want to maybe get a demo. But beating boost, like going for boost, is a clean outplay. Going for a demo, like we've seen you miss it like 5 or 6 times this game. So beating him to the boost is just always a fail-proof advantage. If you get the boost and he doesn't, then you just have advantage, right? And you notice it, but it's just a little bit too late. So you miss the bump, and then here I would just like grab the pad, and then, you know, even here you could maybe like, yeah, I wouldn't full stop, because like if you full stop now and he just like somehow miraculously gets his pass, you have to be aware still. You don't want to full stop and be a fucking, yeah, he has boost. He has boost. So you don't want to be a senile person in a wheelchair. You don't want to stop here, but you want to be aware of his options, kind of. And he only has 2 options. One there, boost, and the other is to like something like upfield, like midfield. But yeah, as soon as this happens, this whole boosting part, you could have beaten him. It's just the awareness of he only has 2 options. I need to beat him to it if he gets to it. Yeah, yeah, it's just slight things. He does not have a reset there, by the way. Yeah. So he doesn't have a reset. You can tell because he doesn't have enough force while going into it. Like, I don't know. From this POV, it looks weird, but from this POV, I could instantly tell. But even if you can't instantly tell, having momentum towards net, again, you're like a bit like too far like upfield still. Like, I would have this position still, and you want to have momentum towards the net while the shot is happening. So this happens, and you just kind of stop here, and then you go forward again. But you really just had to have this position and just follow. So like, let me go back. What I would do is, you know, of course you have ball cam on the whole way through. This is good. This is good. This is fine. And then you don't want to be here. You really just want to be here. And then this would happen. And then you would. Oh fuck! I'll go back. I'll do it again.
Would you be posturing so you can turn up the backboard or connector? Like where exactly would you sit? I mean, in terms of timing, I mean.
So in terms of the timing, you don't want to sit anywhere. You want to time it so that when the shot is happening, you have momentum towards the other side of the net. So you'll be driving like literally where you're at right now, but instead of being here with this negative angle towards the net, you want to be more of this horizontal, like side to side angle.
I see.
And then it's the same exact like timing that you have right now. Like if you're right there, I would be right here, right? So I wouldn't be here already, or I wouldn't be back here already. It's the same exact timing, just more like right here. And then you're just following it. And then while the shot is happening, you would be, you know, same exact position, but just more towards backboard. Yeah. And then the most important factor is that while the shot is happening, so he has a drop down, he has like this shot potential. You don't want to cancel your momentum. So you want to just go like this, and then you want to just follow it. It goes fast. It's fast paced, but you can save it as long as you just keep momentum with the play, because like you have momentum here, but then right before or right as the shot happens, you kind of just stop. It's slight. It's very slight, but there you stop right there.
I thought he was gonna catch it low. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's tough. It was tough.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough. This is a weird fucking catch as well. He didn't even mean to do this,
His
but
goals are kind of bullshit. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's just 3 kickoffs, and then I mean,
Two weird
one
solo plays.
but to be fair, 3 kickoffs you can fix that. The
Yeah.
2 goals that he scored, both were like you defending with 2 slight mistakes. One mistake was you're not like as goal line as you can be, so you're more like this position. And the other mistake was that at the moment of a shot, you didn't have like momentum towards the goal line. So
Yeah.
like he reset and you were in this position, and then you kind of stopped, and then you were kind of too late. You own goal.
Yeah.
That one was more of a position thing than timing thing. But this one is more of a timing thing. Like you kind of stopped and you had bad position, but it's more of a you stopped and then it just went opposite side and you didn't cover it. So there's you talk about he could catch it, and you're totally right. I'm not telling you to boost and go here when he catches it, but I'm telling you to again play into that little like what do you predict is gonna happen, and then when you play for it and he doesn't do that, you have to adapt and still challenge, right? So you don't want to. It's the same thing with what I just talked about, where you were on the backboard and he hits the ball and you kind of just try to predict it. You kind of have to like. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do I have to draw it again?
I know what you're talking about, and I think that the overall principle, which I agree with wholeheartedly, and I can like, it's like you want to give yourself as many options in any given play. Like option coverage should be as wide as possible.
Exactly. That's a good way to.
Cutting off my momentum too early, I no longer have speed into the play, so that's no longer one of my options. Like I could have had the speed into the play, and then as soon as I saw he might have been catching it, I could have broke there. But I'm doing it too preemptively, and then I'm losing out on that option. And there we go.
Yeah.
Opposite side.
It's perfectly worded. Literally perfectly worded. You're only covering one option, which is his drop down, his catch. If he drops down and catches it and then dribbles it or flicks it, you stop and you try and challenge that. But if it lands and the ball like goes opposite corner, you have to be able to cover that. So yeah, the coverage is you cover that, and when it doesn't happen, then you cover the other option. So perfectly worded, yeah.
No, thank you. After 2 hours on a call with you, I'm becoming the Yoda master himself.
You're becoming the coach, bro. Nice, good. And notice how you actually win this kickoff, but it's only because this is the first time he's done a different kickoff in 10 kickoffs, by the way. But he's on the right side now. You're on the left, and you're more on the outside than him. Like he's hitting the middle of the ball, and you're hitting the left towards the right. So this is a perfect example of how kickoffs work. And I swear to God, there's no one in the world that talks about it like this. Mm-hmm. You can ask any like person that makes tutorials and shit and ask them how to win kickoffs, and they will just say hit the middle of the ball. They will just say, oh, look at the speed and momentum, and they're all right. But no one talks about like if you're on opposite sides of the ball, the guy that's more on the outside flipping towards the infield will win the kickoff. I've never heard anyone talk about it.
I haven't heard about that either. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
before the session.
I'd say this to everyone, and most people are just like, most people are just like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like they don't even know about this shit. But you can see it right here. It's only because either he fucked up his kickoff or he just switched it up. But you're now more on the outside, on the left side, and he's hitting the middle. And now you're just cleanly winning this kickoff. That's our first kickoff win that wasn't a diagonal, I think.
Oh, that's fine. No.
So I actually like that you go for things. I actually really like when people just attempt things. You go in free play, you practice mechanics. Mechanics are the fun part in Rocket League. Like you want to be able to reset, you want to be able to shoot. But what makes a reset more threatening is resetting a little bit closer to the net. So instead of getting this touch and then going for a reset, what I would advise you to do is getting this touch and then getting one more touch. You hit the bottom of the ball so it goes up and forward like this, and then resetting from this position here. So if you get a reset, you could flick after a reset and try to shoot it, but you could also just get a reset and then try to come down to the ground. He might pre-jump here at that point because there's a shot attempt, there's a ground pinch possibility. There's a lot of possibilities at that point. It's very threatening. So if you can get one good touch up here towards like the up and towards his net, like it's kind of hard to see because it's fucking.
No, I agree. It's interesting.
Like somewhere around here.
Yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah, more in the box, like so it's a lot more targeting. Because I could still drop down with it if I don't want to use the reset.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not even get the reset to begin with. But I do feel like this is gonna sound like cope, but I do feel like this replay is not very representative. Like I think in most situations I would have done exactly what you described. I would have touched it once and then done.
I mean, that's good to hear.
But I do think here I think I was trying to be a little more deceptive, like get the reset early, challenge like a hit over, and then drop a fit. I think that's kind of what I was trying to do. But yeah, no, I think you're right.
There's nothing wrong with this, to be fair. Like you can get a reset here and then see what he does. If he challenges, you can use the reset. If he doesn't challenge, you can try and control. But the other option is just a little bit more threatening, a little bit more. You have 40 seconds. That's why I mentioned it. There's nothing wrong with this though. But of course, this catch, you try to not catch it. You hit the brakes to go backwards, but you accidentally still hit it. So that's unfortunate. You don't have nice you have to go for this. You don't want to back off anymore. You have 40 seconds. You're down to goals. You kind of want to be more aggressive. So I really like this. You're just boxing yourself up there. You're just putting yourself out there. You could have gone for a bump there, like right here. I really like this wide turn. Like this is the first time I've seen you not as you said, you have this magnetism where you just instantly go for. The ball is here, this is here, you instantly go for it. You actually go wide, you actually grab a pad. You have a second or so. This is not threatening. He's pointing here. He's not in this position yet. So very nice wide turn, understanding that you have 0.5 sec or so. But then here you could have probably gone for a bump, I think, after grabbing the pad.
I think he's also back to my corner. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nah, that's a good thought process, to be fair, yeah. But you don't have that much time again, so maybe you were scared that he was going to bump you. That's why you backed off. But I think you could have just tried, maybe, try to go for a bump. So, somewhere around here, I would just maybe, it's better to bump while he's still in the sideways position. Because if he points like this, then you're going to just have frontal collision, shit. Yeah, I think you just got scared there at that point.
Yeah.
And again, here, you could have even gone for a preemptive mid-boost grab. So you hit this, and then you could have, I wouldn't flip, but I would kind of just go like this. And if he plays it mid-boost, then you grab it. And if he then turns around, because you've kind of forced him to, a good player will notice that you're going for mid-boost, right? So they wouldn't play it there. So a good player will then try to turn around, and then you just have to turn around with him. You're basically not allowing either to go for mid-boost here. But if you drove towards mid-boost now, you would have gotten it. But you were I can't go for mid-boost because he will score, so I don't go for mid-boost. But the thought process should be, I will fucking go for mid-boost, and if you pass it to me, I'll say thank you. And if you don't pass it to me, I'll not go for mid-boost, right?
Yeah.
That's basically how you should play. Because now you could have been fully winning by going for mid-boost preemptively, kind of, and adapting where needed. And he will pass it to you, and you have mid-boost and ball. But now he's fully winning. Now he gets mid-boost and ball, and you go back.
And now you can waste time, too.
Yeah, and we don't have the time, right? Okay. See, this is a touch that you could have just challenged as well. A better player would just how do you challenge this? A better player would be, you're going on the wall like this, but instead of just pointing towards the net, this is passive. It's good, you're gonna defend, but a better player would kind of point his car more up, so that when you're pointed more like this with ball cam on, like that, but more up, so you're kind of matching the ball's height. Like this, you're pointed like this, but you have ball cam on, so you're like this. When he gets that touch, you could have single jumped and just went for a challenge. Single jump, fly, and then flip. Because all he can do is get another touch, which you can block by blocking a little bit high, or going for a reset, which you can block by if you go a little bit high, you'll still make contact. Or he's gonna fake by which you will still hit if you just go for the ball, but go a little bit high so you don't get beat, right? But I'm saying this because you have 30 sec left and he's getting a touch off of the wall into you that you could have challenged if you matched the ball's height. The ball is this high up. So instead of just going like this and waiting, you could have been like this, posted up at roughly the same height. And then once he gets this touch, you could have just fucking went for it. These are the moments you kind of want to be more aggressive because you have 20 sec left, right? And this could have been a goal, and there's multiple ways to score this. One is what you're doing. The other one is to notice that he's not even, he hit the ball backboard, and he's not even going for the ball anymore. So you could have gone off the backboard, let the ball bounce. Let me get a better angle. So it's going to go bounce here and then there. So you could have gone off the backboard. But you have to notice this quick.
The bump is there, yeah. The bump could be there.
No, I mean, you'll be fine as long as you could, because like you would have been here already, is what I'm saying. If you notice that everything, what was happening was coming, and you like realize it earlier, like after this touch, you were already going down now because he touched it on backward and he's just like landing on backward. If you were already like in this position here, and this happens, you could stay with the ball in front of him, like you would be here but driving. But this, what you're trying works, but you just mess up the wave dash, right? But if you notice what he was doing and it was just going backward and dying, and you just fully boosted down, you would be in front of him, just basically driving the ball into the net. I think that's the easiest thing to do. And then what you're doing here is fine. Like if you can do this, it works. You jump off the ball, or you jump off the wall. You try to hit the ball towards the net into a scoreable position, but it just requires a bit more like precision and shit. It's just harder, right?
Yeah.
Basically, what I would do here in this position is just like, first of all, challenge up there, like on high. Yeah, it's fine.
God, I have two chihuahuas. 1 second. Put them in.
That's fine. It's fine.
All right. The beast I have tamed. I'm ready.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go back real quick and just go over the options and things you could have done. So yeah, one thing was to be aggressive here, get towards the same height on backboard and challenge. You could have even gone off the ceiling. I didn't mention that, but that's an option. Then another thing is you only have to be like wary of the reset here. If he goes for a reset, then you kind of have to like maintain this, like, because the reset can have a lot of direction change. If the ball's going like this and he resets now from here, he can shoot it over there. Yeah. So you have to be like aware of that. But then when he gets one touch like this, and it just goes backboard, it's best to just, what the fuck is this? It's best to just get off backboard and try and control that bounce. That's all I was basically trying to say. Like you kind of stay on the backboard and now you jump off, and this is fine, but it's just harder because you have to wave dash and shit. Oh, it's a good challenge. Like he's coming down, he has no options. You could have tried to go for a shot there. Like I mean, you're trying, but like you I don't know. You could have just tried. I feel like, I don't know. You're trying to control it, but you have like 10 seconds left. I know this angle is hard. I'm not saying you have to score this, but
well, I do in this situation. If down 4-6, yeah.
Like this is literally perfect approach. All you have to do is just boost and then try to like hit it. But you can try and control it, but like he could have just bumped you out of the way. You're basically like losing because you don't go for the opportunity that you have. Now the opportunity is hard. I'm not saying you have to score, but you can try. With 10 seconds left, you have to try, actually.
Yeah, I think I was trying to like maybe fake something because I thought it was too low percentile, but then I just panicked when he got so close to me. Yeah. And it's GG's. Oof.
I mean, to be fair, like not even like a bad game. I'd say like your main pointers would be like, first of all, watch what your opponent does on kickoff and try and, you know, switch up your kickoff based off of what he does. Learn wave dash kickoffs. Then, in terms of like defending, I would say if you're bringing the ball back, bring it back cleanly. Don't bring it back and then hit it like still to where he's like chasing you. Just bring it back all around if you can. Maintain that ball possession back. What else? In defense, you know, this position is worse than this position. As close to goal line as you can be. If the ball's high up, coming to you, high up, like most of the time this is in twos, because in ones, if you're backboard, a lot of good players will just not, you know, hit the ball to you. They will just go for a reset high up in the air. You're backward, then they'll just come down, and it's very awkward for you. But in twos and stuff, if the ball's high up and coming towards the net, always, not always, but most of the time be backboard. But in ones, just like at least instead of this position here, more outfield, be more as close to goal line as you can be. This trajectory is just a lot easier than this trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, of course, that having momentum at the moment of a shot is very important. Then I'd say in midfield and stuff, like I feel like you actually have a good read on like when to challenge and stuff. Maybe that one time I said you could have drive challenge into him. You can kind of try and incorporate more drive challenges when the ball's just rolling like this. He's just behind it. You don't want to barge at it like frontal collision type shit, but like more at an angle. So if you want to lose back left, you hit more of the right side of the ball. But drive challenges are just very good, and even just like fully boosting and going for a demo and stuff like that is very good. Um, Aggressive, like play boost control. I'd say play more boost control than what you do, because you do go for it. We've seen you go for it sometimes, but I'd say try and have a better read on what your opponent wants. Like if your opponent is here and he wants to play it over there, or he's in this position going back to that corner and he wants to play it over there, try and like see if you can beat him to it. Like see what his options are. If he's going back like this, there's no threat on you, so sometimes you can actually go ahead of him. Like it's a read on him. Like is he going back to his corner? I'm gonna read him and go for the corner before he goes there. Now sometimes you'll try that and he will just like turn around and score, and that only tells you that in that particular situation you couldn't have done that because of some factor that you weren't aware of or you didn't read correctly. But then you just indulge that information and be like, okay, but he did this and that beat me, so I can't do that if he can do this type shit. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like most of the main pointers. I'd say in offense, try to sometimes just shoot. Try to sometimes just go for a flick. Try to sometimes have some sort of a threat, because again, playing mix-ups, like it will make your fakes stronger as well. If you went for a fake 4 times in a row and he never pre-jumps, if you go for a flick after, then the 5th fake will be more convincing as well. So that's a good tip as well.
I agree.
I think.
Yeah, I think there's some games where I just enter and I'm just in that. Like I have 2 play styles. I have that brainless ball chaser monk. I can, if we meet again, I can send you one of those replays. You're gonna be astonished. You're like, there's no way it's the same player. And then I have this player where it's like I'm passive, I'm faking a lot, but it's hard for me to balance the two.
I mean, it's probably in different game modes as well. Like this is probably more of a ones mindset. You're trying to play more solid, more perfect, and then in 2s or 3s, you'll probably just fucking go for everything.
Oh my god, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, I mean most players play like that. That's why 2s and 3s are like more fun to play as well, because you just 1s is infinite last man, and 2s and 3s you don't give a fuck. Like people just go for shit.
Man, it's been how long has it been? 2 hours and a half.
It's been almost 3 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours.
Dude, thank you so much. This has been so illuminating, and like honestly, you are one of my idols, and this is just awesome to be able to talk to you and talk.
Been
talk
a good
ball,
replay.
Bro. Talk.
Yeah, for sure.
I think. How would I say this? Like, I know a lot of people love this game and care about this game, but I think there are very few people in this world who care about it as much as I do. Like, it's been my main passion for 10 years. And,
man, same.
I've been to 7 RLCS lands. Like, I fly all around the world for them. And I just love the game, bro. So anytime I can talk ball with one of the legends of the game, it's like, what a day.
I appreciate
That's
that,
awesome, man.
To be fair, your vibes are very fucking chill. You're actually a genuine, like, you sound like intelligent, you sound humble, you sound genuine, you sound cool. Like I'm just vibing here as well, and I'm just talking about the game that I love as well. So it's very cool for me as well to just be able to help out and shit. Like
that's awesome. I appreciate that compliment, bro. That means a lot, especially coming from you. Like, wow. I mean, yeah, dude. I think this YouTube, this is my side. I do work full time, and I'm making finance. I work crazy hours, but when I'm home. Yeah. I don't have a relationship. I don't have kids, dude. I'm playing Rocket League. I'm making Rocket League videos, and I'm just putting my all into it. I really think it's sad what's happening to Rocket League in general, the esports scene, content creation, everything. It's really it's saddening me, and I'm not saying I'm the one to save it. Like I don't have that ego. I have 100 subscribers, but like I just want to make content for the sake of making content. Like I don't care about the money. I'm not gonna have unneccesarily versus 4 golds. Like that content is bullshit. Like I just want to have chill, have fun with the game, like show how beautiful this game really is, like get into like the strategy but also be entertaining, kind of what you do. I think you had the best content of all time in Rocket League, and like I'm not saying I'm going to replicate you, but like that's kind of my goal with my videos, is just have that nice mix, where it's funny and engaging and educational.
That's the best, bro. That's the best. You're literally trying to create content out of a passion like environment. You have the passion for the game, you want to create content, then you're gonna create content that you love, and people will fucking start to enjoy watching it. Like you might not upload a video and it instantly gets 1 million viewers, but the people that are gonna watch it are actually gonna appreciate it and respect it for what it is, because you actually enjoy to create the content, and you wanted to put in the time, you have a passion for it, you actually enjoy what you're doing, then people are gonna respect and appreciate and see that as well. So that's a great, like, you have a great foundation already for like trying to do anything.
Bro, that's huge. I definitely want to do this again. I know it's a lot of time, but just let me know if you're available. I'd love to do a 2v2 or something else. Maybe chess.com. That'd be really cool, honestly.